Hey chat, are you ready for another exciting episode of Rotgrind?
Hey!
It's me, the big man from Tyne.
Whoa.
I'd walk a mile for some rot.
And I would walk.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Rotgrind. Remember, you can always find us over on Twitch when we're streaming at twitch.tv/ZoranTheBear, or visit our website. You can also find our Patreon to help support the show and everything wonderful with it. I will go ahead and start introducing the amazing players who bring you Rotgrind, starting off with Odoroshi.
Hello, it's me, Odo. I missed you guys last week dearly. I will be playing Valli, the Sylph Swashbuckler, and if you were wondering what I was doing, I was getting engaged. He put a ring on it. Let's go.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah, that's me. Next.
Next up, we have HulkyKrow.
That's me. I'm HulkyKrow. I'm glad to be here another week. The sun is shining. My internet's cooperating. And on days like this, kids like you should be watching Rotgrind on twitch.tv/ZoranTheBear. You can see me today playing as Rehua, the Conrasu Cleric.
And thirdly, we have Earndil.
Hello, I'm Earndil. I'm playing as Baldric the Alchemist, and I can be found on Twitter at Earndilio. How are you guys doing? I write and do shit and make you laugh, apparently. Don't do that.
And then we have Speaker D.
Try looking into that place where you dare not look. You'll find me staring out at you. And I'm Speaker D. Hi, I will be playing Tannhauser, the Magus, the Android, and the Revolutionary. And I put Old Bay in my mac and cheese. You should too.
And the one who will be leading us through an adventure today is Thurston Hillman.
That's right.
That's it? That's all you got?
Yeah, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I will
Yeah,
be leading
that's
you. Yep, there we go.
This is another hilarious bit brought to you by...
And then I am ZoranTheBear. I'll be playing the Strix Druid Oran. And I think just kind of remind everybody that we are levels, still level 5, right? Yeah, still level 5. And with all of our level 5 characters, Thurston, what adventure do you have for us today?
Well, as always, I think a little recaps in order. Previously, our band of destined chucklefucks began their exploration of the Solitude's southwestern region, which I have a thing I can load up for and show y'all. Well, bam! Look, we have a fancy
why don't you
map
do
for
that,
it.
Thurston?
I did it. I pressed the button. They left Valli to work with Dita in establishing a base camp while they explored deeper into the swamps, eventually coming across a tree. They threw caltrops at the tree, and that was about it. And Oran almost died. Following this encounter against a tree, the PCs eventually discovered the site of some ruins. There was a massive silver cube partially collapsed into the swamps. They deduced that it was a siege tower of the Perfectite forces from the fundamental battlefield, the sort of distant metaphysical plane where concepts vie for control of all creation, that kind of stuff. Before investigating further, the party decided to set up base camp on a nearby hill and then set out to bring Valli and Dita's crew to their new resting point before venturing into the cube. That about sum it up? Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. Cube.
There's a cube. Yeah.
We're in this chat.
Cube. All right, so we actually start today's session with Valli, who, as we mentioned, was working with Dita. Dita, for those of you who don't recall, was leading an exploratory group with the BMF company. That was Beaufort, Matthias, Faust, and company. We actually have some artwork now of Dita, which I will show to all of you. For those of you audio listening, she resembles someone who looks like she walked through the survival aisle at Walmart and bought everything, possibly twice.
I love that for her.
Yeah. She has a very, very large padded armor that also gives her a little bit of semblance of the Michelin Man. But she is a skilled survivalist, along with her two bodyguards / guards for the expedition, Albert and Mogans. Valli, You've spent the better part of this day helping sort of establish a bit of a not like a permanent base camp, but getting your equipment in order, taking a bit of a slower approach to your allies who've been scouting up ahead, specifically more cataloging. During this is there any kind of actions you would want to be taking while you were helping Dita? Something to sort of represent what you were doing during the day. We kind of went over this last session, which I know you listened to because you told me you listened to last episode. So thanks for that. This is a quiz now.
Oh no!
Yeah,
now I have to remember details.
That's right. But luckily, I made a cheat sheet for you. Bam. There are some various exploration-based activities you can do. What I'm looking at is kind of what you would be doing while you are exploring. There is a section in here called "While Exploring Activities." So maybe you want to let me know kind of what you're doing as this little slower expedition is occurring.
Okay. So we're done setting up the camp and we're moving now, right?
Yeah.
And Du Bois.
Du Bois, yeah, this is kind of general exploration. You've sort of set up the camp. You're mostly exploring the immediate area without getting too far away from the camp that you've set up, knowing that your allies have kind of gone on to scout further.
Yeah. In that case, I'm just gonna probably swagger around in front of the caravan, just kind of... I'd probably be searching just for terrain hazards and things like that, all while drinking, definitely.
Oh, well, we thought you'd got over that, but I guess you're back off.
Listen, I got rotten too, so I deserve a little Dwinkie.
A little Dwinkie? Okay, give me a perception check with your Dwinkie.
Yeah. That was bad. That's a 12.
That is a 12. Okay,
Off to a good start.
Yeah. You do not have much discovering, and some of this is partly because you're focusing a lot on your Dwinkie, but also Dita is constantly talking to you. She is sort of been a constant traveling companion, also somewhat slowing you down. It seems like despite all of the equipment she has, Dita's not really well made for this. So as you're sort of going through and trekking through some of the pathways throughout the swamplands here, you can sort of hear her as she gets stuck with a bit of a squelching sound. Oh no, I seem to have put my foot into the muck. One moment.
Dita, you're so funny.
I hope.
Oh shit, you actually need help.
If we could perhaps rock back and forth, we could get this out and
Yeah, I'm gonna pull her out of the mud.
Yeah, you wanna give me an athletics check?
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Just put your back into it and yeah.
Oh, that's a 16. That's a 16.
Yeah. And there's a squelch as the leg comes out of the muck. Oh, thank you, Valli.
Jeez, stinky. Here, I offer her some rum.
Oh, no. I do not do those things while I am on the job. This is on the job for me. I'm very professional. One sec.
I won't tell anyone.
I'm going to. No. I'm very professional. I'm going to grab this here. This towel, and she reaching back with one of these inflated padded armor arms, touching the backpack, shuffling along. I think, oh no, that's the wrong towel. No, not that one.
You've got more than one?
This is a bit difficult. She puts her hand in front of her, takes off her glove. I'll be able to feel better this way. Oh yeah, that is. She pulls out this small towel, which she begins using to wipe down some of the muck on her left leg that got squelched there. This is much better. But while I do this, tell me about yourself, Valli. How did you get into the swamp exploration business?
Oh, well, I've always been something of an adventurer myself. I used to sail the skies with an old crew back in the day, but I decided to to try out the ground for a little bit. And, you know, so far, the ground been awesome.
So you decided to give up a life in the sky and come.
Well, more take a sabbatical from the life in the sky. I'm gonna go back eventually, of course.
Of course. That's very good. Yeah, you see.
There are less ruins in the sky to explore, so I decided to come down here with you people.
Oh yes, very good.
You
very
people.
good. Very, I mean, you know, I'm something of a knowledge. You know, if there was some kind of, you know, knowing about the solitude, you could mark me down as an expert in that sort of thing. You know, this place, I love it. It's beautiful here.
Oh, you're really
like,
into the swamps?
She's got her like lantern out, which, by the way, you can tell now that like her lantern gives off like a dull, almost blue luminescence to it as she like holds it out. Oh yeah, and she's like looking around intently, like kind of pauses and looks down at the plant. Oh yeah, you can see here there's signs of the I forget how you pronounce it, something. Anyways, it's a lovely area here, and you know there's all sorts of potential for things to find here.
Oh yeah. But Valli is nodding along like she is in a college course that she didn't sign up for. Just like, yeah, oh wow, fascinating, yeah. Just completely like going in one ear and out the other.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're like basically everyone in like my college psychology course.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, I fucking hate you.
Damn. Yeah. So it's very good. And then like this kind of like you like we focus, the camera focuses on Valli's face as like the white noise like starts playing like.
Yeah, there's like music.
Yeah. And then finally, like your snapback to so where did you get those?
Again, what?
The pistols that you have, they're very exquisite make.
Oh yeah, they were an artifact passed down in my family, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they shine like the light of the sun, you know, when you crest over the clouds and you can see the sun peeking up, kissing the horizon. That's what the design was based off of.
Oh, I see. You see, I was pointing it out because it's very clear that they give off some very powerful psychometric energies. You see my lantern, it reacts to things like that. And,
Oh, really?
and you know, probably some kind of story behind those things that, you know, at some point you should really read up on and figure out about if you have someone who can do that kind of thing.
Oh, so oh really? Thank you, GM. Is that what they call people like you?
That's right. This person who is very knowledgeable on all of these things and just reminding you to do them. You know?
Yeah.
I genuinely thought for a moment when you said, like she says, "Where did you get those?" I was gonna be. Valli goes like, "Where did I get what?" And she points at your shoes and says, "What are those?"
Oh well, I'll definitely bear that in mind. Your lantern reacts to the sort of things you say. You know, blue is my favorite color, so I am intrigued.
Oh, really? Well, you see,
Couldn't you tell?
It does sort of match your skin color very much.
Yeah.
You know,
Brings up my eyes.
Oh yes, you have very astute eyes. It's obvious as you do. Yes. Now you see this lantern. It was from a prior dynasty, pre-assembly era. In fact, I believe it was from a traveler from the distant land of Amari, who he's blah, 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 and she kind of like coughs a bit as she says that. And she's like, from the land of Amari, and they brought this with them when they briefly conquered the city of Outset. It was found in the buried city. I'm not much of a buried city delver myself, but I thought it was interesting. But what we will do, and like as this is going on, Valli, your eyes wander to over the horizon. You spot two figures, sort of like trudging through the muck towards you. It's Tannhauser and Oran.
Oh, well, looks like my boys are back. Oran, Tanny. Where's the rest?
They are all taking custodianship over a giant evil cube.
But
I'm
Yeah.
Oh.
looking for.
Oh, giant evil cube. Sounds like another day in paradise. Is it a friendly cube? I mean, you said it was evil, but, like, is it chill?
I don't believe that it is, as you say, chill. Instead, it was sending out mind control probes. Scan the area.
Mind control probes? What?
Oh, they didn't get... It didn't get anyone, did it? Oran, did they get into your sweet little brain?
No.
I always think I have a hard edge and think at a 90-degree angle.
That'll do it.
90-degree angle.
They were representatives of the perfection.
Giant cube. Oh, so there's some sort of it's a perfectite siege tower.
Correct.
That sort of thing, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that thing you were definitely explaining to me that I really paid very close attention to. Anyway.
Yeah. We should. She turns around. Albert, Morgans, come over here. We must make way. All right, you must take me there, redhead man. Then we will have to perform some sort of analysis on the outside of it. Breaching into one of those towers is incredibly difficult. You have to know the exact points of entry in which to get inside of it, you see. So we will need to hunt perhaps some demolitions work, or some various explosions. Yeah.
We can discuss this when we get back to our camp. We've set up a forward base to plan out our operations within the Perfectite Cube.
Well, then I think it would be best if I went with you and helped in the investigation. She turns, Albert, Morgans, go back to the main camp. Get all the supplies. Bring them to the new camp. They, look, shrugging.
Thanks, guys. Love you, Allie. Love you, Magus.
And, turn, their fine mustaches, glinting off the, small amounts of light as they turn to go. Yeah, you get, a little, shine from their mustaches as they turn.
Their aluminum mustaches, yeah.
Yes. All right, well, lead the way, Red Held Man, and we shall have to take a look at this cube. I'm very interested in it.
It's a cube.
It is indeed a cube. Tannhauser is going to walk up to Valli.
Uh-huh.
Valli, I am sure you went on many incredible adventures during your brief stint separated from the rest of us. I would like to assure you that while we were going on an adventure, nothing happened. Don't worry about it.
Insight check.
Oh, man.
It is a perception to sense motive.
Yes, of course. 18. That's fine. That's mid.
Mid?
Yeah.
Mid.
It's mid. I don't know. Normally you can't use skills against other players, but I'll allow a deception check from Tannhauser. Sure.
Right. Tannhauser is an expert at deception, so good luck.
I'm ready.
Oh my god!
There's the nat 20.
All right.
Valli is just nodding oh wow, that would be a first for us, yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Well, good on you, Tanny, for a nice chill day. You want a drink?
He looks at the apparatuses that cover his face. I am good, fam.
Oh, totally understandable. Anyway, let's go see the rest of the crew. I guess if you guys have been bored to tears, I've just been walking through the mud, looking around. Hasn't really been anything.
Did you find any cool insects or other creatures?
There are some cool insects and creatures here, but really, nothing that I can really put a finger on. That's one for Rehua or Oran.
Ah, yes. I wonder if there are any good insects for eating out here.
You eat them? Wait, you can't drink, but you can eat?
You do not want to be eating any of the insects out here. They will grow inside of you, burst out, and turn your body into a colony.
Oh.
I wish someone mentioned that at the camp!
Oh, have you been eating
Oran
bugs?
wants to roll a nature check to see if that's true and other tasteful bugs.
Absolutely.
How many bugs can you eat? Make a survival.
Please give me a nature check.
Oran got a 17. Yeah, if you eat a lot of them, they'll grow inside of you and, and burst out your ass and everything else. You don't want any of
Oh,
it.
your ass specifically.
Yeah, right out the ass. It's very uncomfortable. Very,
exit
very.
point.
Oh dear.
What a waste of ass.
All right, so with that, you eventually make your way
Can't all
back,
be winners.
back to
Look,
the,
I
back
made
to
a
the
terrible
camp.
joke. We all make terrible jokes. We're all failures.
As your group returns to the camp where Baldric and Rehua have finished setting up, as well as one very eager halfling who waves, "Oh, hello there! We got the camp already. If you want to sit, I was thinking I might
Oh,
tell a
Picturn.
story.
I begin
I
beyond
missed
into
the
submission and
sound of
begin
your voice.
striking him and beating him and
Ow,
crushing
oh,
his bones.
ow, ow. Yo, Baldric gives me these love taps every once in a while. They kind of hurt, though.
Oh, that's just Baldric's way of showing affection, right, Baldric?
No, it's Baldric's way of getting people to shut up when I'm trying to pitch a tent.
Oh, that's just his love language. He's saying he loves you, Picturn.
Exactly. Thank you, Rehua.
Of course. Good to see you, Valli. Did you have a good nap?
Well, I didn't exactly have a nap. I more had a drink and a nice little look around outside, helping set up the camp and stuff. I'm very good at setting up the camp. I heard that you guys had a very chill and uneventful day, which is a first for us.
That's a flat-out lie, but yeah.
No, it's not.
We had a chill and uneventful day. We fought another tree.
Oh, I'm sorry. But are you good, Rehua?
Yes, why?
I mean, I just thought that fighting another tree, that might be kind of, kind of weird.
Upsetting.
You...
Oh,
Look,
yeah,
at
it
one
was
time I
a
told you.
big tree, too.
I told you could call me a tree. I'm going to revoke that permission now. I am not a tree.
okay.
I am a Kunrasu.
Oh, okay, all right, understandable, So you guys fought an actual tree, not like a Konrasu. Yeah, I
No.
know. Oh,
It wasn't.
Tinny,
it was.
what? Tinny, why would you lie to me?
To protect you from me being embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed? It was
It's
Oran
the
who
most
almost got killed
Speaker
by
D
it.
line I've ever heard.
Oran's just standing there. Everyone's like, "Oh man, the tree." Everyone's fine, but Oran's been covered in like leaf bandages and like blood things to keep the blood in. He's like,
Baldric
"Yeah."
comes over. Baldric comes over and is just like addressing Valli. Yeah, like I don't know why he's trying to hide that from you because it was Oran who got screwed up the most by it.
Oh, buddy, are you okay?
I heard on the inside and the outside.
Oh, well, I mean, if all your bleeding is internal, that is where the blood is supposed to be, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, I'm recycling it.
Yo,
Yeah,
I offered
yeah.
to play my pipes. I thought that would help, bring everyone's spirits up. If you'd like, I could start right now. Just
Can you play like a little healing ditty?
Well, you know what? I just got it right here. Just give me a little sec.
Oran walks into the swamp.
Just Godzilla style.
He walks into the swamp and he will use natural medicine to heal himself. I will
Camera
make my
focuses
nature
on
roll
Oran.
now because I got a 27. Does that crit with the medicine check being a 15?
Yes.
Thank you. I will now roll the anti-pipe measures. 4d8.
Anti-pipe.
Wow, I rolled 1, 1, 1, and a 3 and got 6 total. Thanks, crit.
I like to assume Picturn's pipes just distract you so much as you're trying to heal yourself.
I still hear it under the water.
What a miserable life.
It's so loud, it's like parting the sea like Moses.
So pictures
Yeah, exactly.
right over Oran trying to help, like blasting it directly into the water, and Oran's just seething back.
And if you notice over there, the cube in the distance, that's quite interesting. Oh, you did not mention, red-haired man, that there was a crack on the side of the cube. That makes things quite easier, in fact.
I don't know if you should put your hand in there.
It's bit bigger than that, Valli. Baldric kind of turns to the side a bit and shows that the cube is actually fucking massive and not just like a tiny cube.
Oh.
Yeah, so as you actively look at the cube for the first time, Valli, you realize it's like 100 feet, if not more, per side.
Wait, hold on. I love the idea that Valli hears there's a cube. He is the cube in the far off horizon, but for some reason thinks that it's a really tiny cube just free
She
floating in
assumes
the
that
air,
there's a second
and, like,
cube, you know?
like tries to reach for it and only to find out
It's a siege tower. Wow, it's a small siege tower.
It took Baldric like literally turning her head slightly to the side to give her like depth of field again.
Valli, you need to
exactly.
stop drinking.
Sorry, what? I'm already having another drink.
Well, yeah,
all right.
we should definitely be going in the morning to investigate that. Oh, very interesting. Did you find anything else on your expedition into the swamp? I mean, how did you just find this when you crested a hill, or what? And what was it?
There was a tree involved at some point, but I believe it was unrelated, and we
Yes, the tree isn't important at all. No, it's a tree. What led you to this place?
I forget, was there something special, or did we just fucking
We were literally just exploring.
Yeah.
The
Rehua
trail of bodies.
had made some discoveries that led you on the path. The trail of, well, not quite bodies, but equipment.
Equipment, bodies, depending on how you things, everything's a vessel for something, so it might be a body.
That's true, that's true.
We did follow a trail of leftover equipment ranging from, I don't know, several hundred years ago to recent, all leading up to the cube, the aberration to creation itself, sunk into the mire and surrounded by equally offensive objects like the cube.
Interesting.
You are very offended by this cube's existence, and I can understand that. Did you have any of those pieces of equipment, and so as that I could look at them and examine them?
No, but they're like all over the place. You could certainly just pick them up off the ground. I mean, hell, you're standing in one right now.
She looks down, there's like a tattered, broken shield. Ah! She like immediately goes to investigate, has her lantern out, the sort of blue glow comes over everything here. Whoop, whoop. Ah, oh yeah, of course, oh yeah. This all makes sense.
Would you like to expand on that?
Well, this shield is one of the prince's legionaries, at least based on the markings that I'm seeing here. Let me take a more in-depth look and see what I could perhaps find about this. Yeah. And like she starts like investigating and is looking over every little niche and section of this, attempting to kind of analyze and see what she can find about it. Ooh, yeah. So this is from the Prince's Legion. The prince, who at the time wasn't ascended yet, he came here after the deities of the first house. They, all of them, they ascended and became deities. The prince was one of the king's bastard children. He went on to the Monract Expanse, where he learned tutelage there, and after that he raised an army, but rather than take over the inheritor lands and Pridoma, he came here to claim Outset, believing that the city would be a beacon from which he could rule a far larger empire. they came ashore to the south of here. That's the port area of Torort. The prince's fleet crashed along the shores. All of the ships crashed up on the shores, and then disgorged his legions, which went to siege Outset at the time. It was what was that? She's like pulling out like a tome from her back and checking some. Yes, that was when he confronted the shining beneficite that ruled Outset at the time. This was all about 1,500 years ago.
I see. And what happened? I'm thinking I'm in the mood for a bit of a history lesson.
Outset has been besieged countless times in the far past. As you can see here, there's the Perfectite sieges, there's Fey sieges. The siege tower is probably from an old Perfectite siege of thousands, maybe even more years in the past. It could even date back to the first sieges before this entire continent was sundered by the old powers.
I can't imagine a siege being especially effective against a city like Outset. You would think that their underground catacombs would give them access to some way to grow enough food to sustain the defenders and rulers, if nothing else.
Well, the sieges of the older times were different. At that time, the buried city was nowhere near as large. The city hadn't quite sunk in as much as it has in modern day. But also, there are notes. Some of these siege towers could fly. I assume this cube at one point maybe was floating above the ground.
Interesting. I would very much like to know how those Perfectite sieges proceeded. It would be very useful in understanding how best to rip apart the foundations of, the historian reasons.
Yeah, take it easy there.
She quirks her eyebrow at you. What were you hoping to find out here again?
Bugs.
He does like bugs.
I don't like bugs.
Yeah, big bugs.
Do you like how they taste?
I don't like how they taste. It's just survival.
I like how they taste.
Oran likes how they taste. I just
That is
have
true.
sometimes afterwards.
Well, it's surprising that you're so interested in the bugs. The Perfectites, they would probably kill any bugs that would attempt to enter into their... If there, as you say, there are some still active. Though that is also a concern, because generally those types of outsiders, they go inert once they are... unless something has recently traipsed on their domain.
Interesting. So we think that people might be in there? Somebody beat us to this place?
Perhaps.
Well, certainly they have given all the equipment and stuff, but we see a lot of signs of people going in. Do we see of people coming out?
Yes. We did see a Perfectite. What was the word again?
DM. What are they called again?
Particulum.
Particulum. A particulum exiting out of the structure. It did so in a sort of lackadaisical way, as if it was on a common patrol, perhaps seeking out a general understanding of its environment. If it was being invaded on the inside, unless it had been already compromised, I doubt that it would be so lackadaisical in its pursuit. I doubt we would have seen it.
Interesting. So, I guess the question remains, are we going to crack into that place, or are we moving on?
I believe it would be of scientific interest, but I'm curious as to what the rest of us believe.
If we have the time, it wouldn't hurt to look in and see if we can find anything useful. Who knows what we could actually use in there.
That is true.
It is my whole reason for being out here, so I would most eagerly join you in such an expedition, offering what I can. Oh yeah, don't forget about me too. I'll go in there, tight and closed environment. You know, my pipes will probably get some good reverberation in there.
You see, you're coming
Almost
with us whether
certainly.
you like it or not.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, it just so happens that he likes it, Baldric. You don't have to be rude.
I do. I'm really taking a shine to all of you.
Oh.
And
We love you too, buddy.
We have all taken a shine to you. We all completely, uncontroversially love your presence here, and we like it when you talk and play the bagpipes. In
Baldric
fact,
is already
why
walking
don't
to the cube.
Why don't you play the bagpipes right now?
All right, but I was wondering if maybe first I should do that thing where I make us a cabin for the night.
Oh yes, do that. Can you do it while playing the bagpipes?
You know, I've never tried before. Give me a second.
Wait, what time is it?
It's like evening, like it's like into like late evening. Because you spent most of the day exploring, then you basically had to have your people run, go grab your companions, bring them back. You and Rehua have been setting up like a small camp here.
Is the funeral pyre almost done?
Cabin bursts from the ground. He starts as he like plays notes on the bagpipes. Things like windows and doors like appear. Oh well,
Yeah.
that worked out real good. Never tried that before. Thanks.
The blind idiot piper has made a cabin. Aya, aya, the end is here.
What?
Word.
What?
Oh, sorry, I was getting a bit too excited. Very nice house.
I feel bad for Hulky. No one got it. Thank you, Hulky.
That joke.
That was great.
That joke
That
needed
landed.
dead silence.
Yeah, that landed beautifully. Oh my god. Well, I've got a cabin for us. We can all rest up if we're gonna go into the strange cube of wonder. Actually, what the fuck does Picturn even know about this cube? I should like check his skills and be like,
I would like to make an error declaration that Picturn does not know anything about the cube and cannot help.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that one.
he
He's
has
done enough.
no knowledges that are appropriate to this.
I would like to make the GM work harder.
Well, it's shiny, so that means there might be more shiny things inside. You know, I had a brother who once told me that if there was a shiny thing, you should go grab it, and then you should look at it to
thank
see if
you,
you could
Picturn.
sell it for
Thank
more
you.
shiny.
Like,
That
Oran
is true.
can't hear him. He has mud and leaves stuck in his ears. He just sees his mouth moving and goes like, "It's okay, it's okay." And he's like, put his hand on his mouth to stop it.
Oh, Oren, are you having trouble
Poor
hearing there
boy.
again? Can you hear me, Oren?
He does not hear. He just stop.
Oh dear, Oren, are you struggling? Do you need assistance? Do you need to hear?
Give him Beethoven's friggin' horn and jam it in his ear.
I can do him one better.
Oh no.
Oh. What are you
Oren, I
doing?
do not know if you can hear me, but I am going to help you hear again. There are such wonderful things to hear inside. And I would like to go up to Oren. And I would like to put my hands on his shoulders and just kind of size him up just a little bit. Like, I
He looks
see.
up.
Oh, you can hear me now?
No, you put his hand on his shoulder, so he feels that. And looks up. It's like, what the hell is Rehua doing?
So Rehua does not respond. Rehua, assessing the situation, this boy is filled with mud. And mud is not good for hearing based upon my knowledge of mortal anatomy, so I'm going to fix this. And Rehua will put his hands on either side of Oren's head. And Thurston, you might have to tell me if I have to make a narrative declaration for this, but I would love to just shoot little itty bitty tendrils of vines just to kind of get out all the gunk from his ear.
Oh.
Yeah, you can like tree lick his ears without making an.
You need to not. Just
Putting vines in there to get the junk out.
just
Thurston.
yeah, a little vines.
Thurston, I'm beating you with a stick.
That's good. Yeah. You can vine out his ears.
Vine was a
Do I
good
have to make a
website.
check for this?
No.
Okay.
You just do it.
It just happens.
It just happens.
What's gonna happen? You get a crit fail and you kill him.
Yeah, like Oran's like,
Oh, hey,
well,
GM,
that'd be
can
the
I
most
roll for
awkward
this?
way
It's
to
like, you don't
explain
have to.
Rotten 2.
Falls
Do I
down
have to
dead,
roll?
respawns
Do
in the
I-
swamp. What the hell, man?
Do I have to roll to clean my
It was
ears?
not my intended effect.
Roll to clean ears. Critical fail. You gouge out his brain on the end of the cue stick.
He gets lobotomized.
I don't think Rehua is a Conraso. I think he's a mycelium network that's just pretending.
I don't know that.
As he
he's a
does
weirdo.
so, Oran's like, no.
Chat, I see you. You fucking stop what you're posting in chat right goddamn now.
Oran
Friend.
freaks out
Oran,
and
can you
flaps
hear
his
me
wings.
now? Are you not deafened?
And he's just like swatting at you. Just
Oh,
like, "Get
good.
off
You
me."
know what helps? That once your ears get uncooked, a bit of the pipes.
Oran flies away into a
He's
tree.
gone.
Oh, Oran can
Oran
fly
is
now?
infected. We have to kill him
I can
now.
fly in short spurts as long as
He
they
can
land
fly
on the
now.
surface.
He flies now.
He flies now. This is natural.
Tannhauser is just gonna walk up to Valli.
I don't understand why everyone dislikes these pipes. They're so loud.
Yeah.
Aggressive and grating. And they make what I assume would be ears hurt, but I just can't stop listening to it. Why would he not want to listen?
But isn't it... The louder the music is, the better it is, right?
I think so.
Yes. Perhaps Baldric and Oran simply lack taste.
Baldric is not here. He's gone up to the edge of the cube.
Is he going to the cube?
He just disappears.
I
inside.
just
He's
want to
gone.
look at the perimeter.
How close to the cube are you getting?
I will say I will give it a 20-foot berth.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah, I made like 120 if I were you. That's the perimeter.
Fine, 50.
Baldric seems a little bit deafened there too.
At about 20 parsecs.
I go off planet to view it.
Yeah, okay, so you approach, like, Baldric, you've walked downhill towards the, do you have a light source, by the way?
I have a torch.
Okay. Yeah, so you come out with your torch, and as you do so, you approach, you kind of walk down as like the bagpipes and shouting are in the background, this like distant cacophony of sound as you exit and head towards the cube. You reach the cube, and when you do so, you can you see this immense thing sort of up in the sky. You have this sort of like torch that you're holding. It's holding out against the rain that's now starting to pitter patter down, and you go through the procession of these stone like statues, that the sort of floating dual triangles that were there leading that processional way forward.
I don't think I'm gonna learn much more at the moment, so I just really wanted to like get away from pick turn, so it's fine. I wanted to make it seem like I was
perception check.
doing something good. All right, let me go here.
Yeah.
Perception. Go. Any penalties? Anything?
Nope, just straight up.
I'll give you a 24.
Sweet. Okay. So as you're approaching towards this, Baldric, you notice something as you are now standing sort of in this procession looking up at this cube. Four of the like floating triangles seem to be like floating out of sync with the other four. And you see this like tiny crackle of electricity from them.
Is it like a damaged look, or is it like they're prepping to attack?
It's hard to tell.
Can I make an educated guess with an engineering check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let me just give that.
Yeah.
Go. I will give you a 27.
Yeah, so you're able to tell that like they are definitely coming active. Would be the explanation that I would give here.
Now, if I back out past a threshold, if I'm allowed to do so, may I try to back up to see if they stop doing that?
Yeah, you could like basically like rush out if you'd like, just to get away from them.
I'm backing up because I want to observe them as they do their thing.
Okay, how far away from them are you backing up?
I'm far enough away to see if there's any sort of change in their activity.
Okay. Yeah, you basically like take like.
Obviously, if I go over the hill and then they're still doing it, then it's like, yeah, okay, no change.
You get about like 60 feet away, and then they seem to like close up again.
Baldric will take his foot and dig out a little rivulet along the ground, about at the line where they start to go active.
Absolutely.
There you go.
And then I assume you head back towards the camp.
Nothing else is happening. Everything else is pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Can I make sure that this little rivulet does not like disappear with like the shifting of the swamp by like maybe?
Yeah, like you can just like pull out a piece of equipment and dig it real deep. So, yeah. Absolutely.
I just dig it up with my club very briefly.
Yeah, and then like you would approach back to your companions who are, continuing. Well, that was the last ditty I had. I got another one I could prep up, but it's getting awful late. Maybe I should take some shut eye. That way I can be on watch later on. So I'm just gonna go into my little cabin here, and anyone wants to join, little separate areas. All right, have a good night. Oh, bye, Baldric. Welcome back. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you tonight, but don't worry, I got some more stories. So it means I can retell some of the stories I told everyone else while you were away, and I can't wait to do that. Good night. And then he walks into his cabin.
Good. Good. Extricated.
Baldric, why do you not like the funny little man?
I have a thing against people who continuously yammer in my ear.
Why?
Tannhauser, I live in a city full of people that do that.
Name one.
Baldric takes a deep breath. There are at least 10 people in the immediate vicinity of my home that all constantly have stories that they wish to tell. There are many delvers who refuse to stop talking about the many times that they've seen some valuable artifact that they couldn't get out as it was too big or too broken, or they thought it was too useless, but all had something very interesting to say about it. You have every drunkard in every tavern who's got some kind of war story. You've got every drunkard in every other tavern with some fake war story. You've got tens of thousands of people all wandering day to day with their little kids wandering around their feet, and they all have these big, wild, and extravagant stories. Yes, Tannhauser, I am surrounded constantly by people who refuse to shut up. So,
Good thing we're not like that.
If you start, believe me, I'll let you know. Anyway,
Dita looks down at the ground sheepishly.
If you despise living in a city, I can understand that. The question is, why do you intend to live in this city then, with such fervor and dedication to its betterment, even though it seems like you hate everyone who lives in it?
That's a very odd question for you to ask. Suppose I just don't like the fact that they're put down upon. Doesn't matter if I don't like them. I don't hate them. Just don't like it. Very different thing.
I can understand that, and I don't question your righteous pursuit of your own form of revolution. But I can question your decision to take up this particular fight. There are smaller communities more fitting to your social predispositions all over this world. Plenty of communities suffering under the same yoke of Outset. I've come to Outset because I owe it a debt. But I wonder, what keeps you here? Just the injustice?
Well, suffice it to say, the main people I'm trying to take out wronged me in a pretty serious way. So maybe I'm just spiteful. You don't know me terribly well. I can be pretty spiteful.
Oh no, I know. Though perhaps we all could do to know each other a bit better. I think that if there was a time or a veil in which we treated each other as strangers, I would figure the first few deaths would have eradicated it. but I still feel a distance.
We'll figure that out as time goes on, I think. But for now... Right. So, what did you guys learn aside from pick turn yammering? Because I've got a very basic understanding of a defensive perimeter.
Apparently there is a series of sieges that occurred in Outset's ancient history. I'm sure if I did some reading, it would flash straight back to my memory. But beyond that, we mostly just diddled out around the campfire while we listened to Picturn's sonorous bagpipes.
Well, Baldric, having gone to college, he has warfare and outset law, so would he be able to shed any useful light on, like, this particular one? Thurston?
If you have warfare lore, and same with you, Speaker, if both of you want to give me a check, sure.
Hey, I love war.
War, yeah, I love terrorism. It's just like that. Yeah. Okay.
Gentlemen, I love war.
Shut up.
No.
Okay, 25.
Okay, a 25. Yeah, so a lot of what you would know, like so Baldric, first of all, like what you know sort of matches up to what Dita had provided you information wise. Like, you know that Outset has been besieged in the past, like lots and lots and lots of times. That being said, the information that like Tannhauser you would have is that there was a like there have been various eras on Tyne, right? So like one of the earliest eras, what's called like the fundamental era, which was like when creatures with souls began to walk the earth, and like mythologically speaking, the first like beings to walk the earth were like created from energy seeping out of the fundamental battlefield through this like crucible of creation, where it would like enter the material plane and create life. So a lot of the sort of initial species are like thought to be tinged with fundamental energy combined with like the old power physicality. So like the combination of like perfection and air is thought to be associated with elves, but it's not like a guarantee. It's more of like a high myth kind of concept, but a lot of people will often like attribute their lineages, and especially species lineages, to, you know, different types of fundamental powers. But at the end of that era, one group sort of decided not to continue on venerating the fundamental powers. They switched to the old powers and were essentially begging for succor from the ongoing fighting between like law, good, chaos, and evil. And they were like, hey, we'd like to stop this Mad Max world of just roving around fighting each other because our alignment's better. And they ended up beseeching the old powers that gave them the lands of Outset and this sort of idyllic landscape. And so they built this city, and that city, as soon as it was formed, was the site of just countless sieges. Within the first like several hundred years, it just was constantly besieged by forces. And the Perfectites, or like the Perfectites, wouldn't have been quite as active around then, but then in the ensuing like several thousand years after the city really formed, there were a couple like planar incursions that occurred where, you know, a particularly powerful, notable, unique Perfectite might have breached the veil between realities and brought in a force of such things to try to siege the city. The exact reason why various people have like tried to take over Outset is something of an unknown, but you would have enough knowledge to know that, yeah, like in the past, various perfection-based beings have tried, though all of those types of sieges happened so far ago, and long ago, I should say, and also they were so alien in terms of what happened that like there wasn't like a name associated with them. It's just like, oh, like 3,000 years ago there was a Perfectite siege of the city, and then there was at some point like in the intervening 1,000 years there might have been two more that had some vague records of.
Yeah. So it's like the Mycenaean Greeks and whatnot. Like, we know they were there. This is their building. We know jack or fuck about who the name of the king was.
Exactly, and especially like in some cases there are like better name recordings. Like if it was like, you know, a warlord from Turlim or, you know, someone who came from Amari, they might have a name. But especially with like fundamental sieges, they were so alien. Like most of the time, the people who were manning the city at the time might not even recognize what was attacking them. It was just like, oh, guess something's attacking our walls. Gotta defend it.
How interesting. The people of Outset, in their desire to avoid the roving chaos and senseless murder, embraced the newer gods, and by so doing, fought off the fundamental sieges before plunging into their own era of arbitrary and senseless roving murder. Quite poetic.
Yes, it's... Outset's history is very much steeped in that. It was after they broke their covenant with the old powers that the city people abandoned it. And once they abandoned the city, those people would go on to seed other places across Tyne and eventually form the first house. But there was... She, like, looks down. There's all sorts of mysteries once the first people left Outset.
I wonder, perhaps there's a statement there on the nature of revolution, that one must be certain that what new change bring is more immune to the foibles of the human experience. Or perhaps, Rehua, that constant of entropy will naturally flow through all movements as it does through human life. What do you think? You would have the most enlightened perspective of all of us, I feel.
Done my conflict perfection, but I suppose in my navigations of this horrible contraption I could be able to glean something more. Well, the mortals like you might be able to.
Baldric kind of air quotes for a moment. The mortals like you.
Dita, like, tilts her head slightly as well. Oh, yeah. Those Perfectites are going to hate you.
Oh, yes, they are. And I hate them right back.
How could anybody hate Rehua? He's such a delight. Look at him.
It is not by virtue of anything beyond... What is your nuanced perspective, Doe Lady?
Dita. It's pronounced Dita. She looks down, shakes her head slightly. I was simply going to say you are a stabilized moat. In some cases, moats of fundamental energies, they will form on this plane and they will do so in violent expulsions of corpses, or they will do so spontaneously, but the moats don't stabilize for long. They might animate a corpse, or they might float around for a day or so, and then they disappear. But you, my friend, are a stabilized moat of, in this case, raw anarchy.
Yes, that is somewhat astute. You seem a bit more learned of our kinds than the average person, to which I commend you for. Although my creation is not without its own foibles, perhaps. The raw destructive potential of, well, a plane of existence intersecting another at such a volatile point, you know, cosmology, conjunctions, things like that. There was no shortage of destruction, let me assure you. And we had to leave that city because of it. But you are absolutely right in that these particulums are not entirely far off from myself, although my own creation, other Kenrasu like myself, are a bit different compared to your average moats that make their way onto this plane and linger longer than they need to.
Yes, you represent something that is very different to the Perfectites that you've described seeing at the boundary of the cube. Those are actual outsiders, beings that fight in that shape, in that form on the fundamental battlefield. What you are is a concept that is given form on this plane, and then you manifest like that. So you have something those things cannot have, which is a reason for being here. Those perfectites in there have probably been left to whatever their last commands were.
Correct. And with all of them patrolling about the siege tower, it would be fair to assume that those commands were to defend, and likely at all costs. Frankly, I'm surprised that, given its derelict state, they did not try terraforming the surrounding swamp. Although the Sawtooth has a nasty track record fighting back that which tries to encroach upon its boundaries. But your guess is as good as mine, though I would anticipate heavy resistance within the construct. Whether or not we'll see something more evolved than these particulums is pure speculation. We don't know if it's still inhabited by any sort of warding system or fusion constructs, but, well, that's the wonder of the mystery of it all. What's a little adventure without a bit of danger, right?
If you insist.
I'm actually curious for another reason, Rehua. And Baldric. Honestly, Valli as well. All of us. We encountered that dreadful figurehead. The one emboldened by that strange power the hegemon gave her. I can't help but wonder. Her desires for perfection and universal love. Does that have something to do with the Perfectites? If not them, something related.
Possibly.
I'm not sure if it's necessarily perfection, although their ideas do seem to overlap a bit. If she were sponsored by the Perfection, or something analogous to it, I dare say she would not have, well, been as radiant, per se. Perfectite sponsorship is generally forced rather than granted, and as you may see by the constructs floating around, is not terribly conducive to the average organic frame. In fact, I dare say we would have been fighting a mass of polygons gradually moving towards some greater alignment than, well, what we had seen past.
How
If I'm not mistaken,
intriguing.
it may have been the Neficence, if I recall.
Well,
That does remind me, for reasons unrelated to things we shouldn't be saying in front of the corpo, could you give my guns a look over, Tanny?
yes, happily. I'll take a look at this.
And I will do my magic touch and cause it to radiate lore at me.
Yeah. What's that ability called, Speaker?
I'm glad you asked. You see,
Right, I'm making you open your character
it
sheet.
has a name, and you'd be very excited to hear the name. I'm sure you're very curious. And the name of that spell is, in fact, Object Whispers.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. So you place your hands over one of the pistols, and it like psychometrically imparts information to you, sort of like not like a whisper or anything, just information that puts itself into your head. Dagger pistols of Martinet Cardoza, wielded by the tyrant of the Pons Pilaster, who saw the light of beneficence. They fire the same light hurled across the fundamental battlefield in battles for creation.
Yes. Beneficence. Could it be that the fundamental forces of creation, perhaps it wasn't the Perfection, but a cousin, or another one of the forces that the old world fought in the name of?
If you have society or religion, you can give me a check.
You're asking
I have
Tannhauser if he has
society.
society.
I'll let you know that we live in a society.
Right
Wait,
click.
are
kick
we all
from
rolling?
server.
Oh, okay,
No,
there we go.
You can all roll. You can absolutely all roll. This is just a recall knowledge.
I got a
Yeah.
17.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
25, all right. I'm dumb as shit,
Baldric,
but I sure know society.
Are you giving me society?
So,
I believe in you, Baldric.
All right. I'll also
I got a
roll
crit
this
fail.
Oh,
Rehua.
failed.
Rehua, you're just like, you're so angry by the talk of like beneficence and perfection. These are all things that just like make you feel wildly uncomfortable to talk about.
Makes you feel wild.
Fucking stupid ideas.
he wants us to go back to talking about revolution.
Chaos is the best.
Wait, no. Rehua does?
Get up and turn. Rehua is Tannhauser now. He's infected.
Exactly, yeah.
Famous revolutionary tree.
Tree evolutionary. All right, so Baldric and Valli, both of you, as you're thinking about like this, like the concepts of the perfection and like beneficence are fundamentally different. However, there is like there are cases where some people like merge things together, and with that check, though it may not like be pertinent to exactly what's going on here, there is, say for example, in the land of like Quan Shir, the vast desert continent to the west southwest, they are still devoted to fundamental concepts, and many of the nations there are unified in equal beliefs of perfection and beneficence, which they refer to as the balance. And so there's like a kind of combined philosophical religious belief that happens in Quan Shir called the balance, which is like, we really like good and law, so we're going to embrace those things.
Yeah, I do remember, we had docked somewhere in Quan Shir before, and perfection and beneficence, they're not the same thing, but they work together in a way. There's a balance of a sort. It's why they really didn't like it when you robbed them.
I imagine most people would not like it if you robbed them.
Some people like it less than others.
I would say that by and large, most people dislike it quite evenly.
Well, there are different, reactions to such a thing.
Have you ever been robbed? Have you ever robbed someone and then they thanked you afterwards?
It has happened once before.
Were they then trying to flirt with you?
No. The guy said that he was trying to get rid of it, and like one of the crewmates held on to it, and then he disappeared and we haven't seen him since. So, not sure what that was all about.
That crewmate seems rather suspicious.
Exactly.
I choke slam you.
Just remember the Among Us golem.
Oh my god.
The Among Us golem.
Yeah, we'll take that tree that Rehua punched into anger about 5 seconds ago, and he's gonna swing it at Tannhauser.
I'm done by arbor!
Oh, sorry, I just got a little upset. Are you okay?
No, I'm dead.
So the pistol sensei gave you some information, yeah?
Yeah, they're related to beneficence.
Ah, I would have thought you would have known that since they were family heirlooms. But it's good that you found out.
Well, my mom was weird. Anyway.
You didn't have any other heirlooms related to that, did you?
Well, we might have. Maybe.
What you're hearing, chat, is everyone frantically clicking on the people's loot to look at what stuff they actually have.
Anything.
We have nothing. We have no items.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Hey, I'm gonna touch the unusual object and cast Object Whispers on it.
Unusual object? I don't even remember what that's from.
I think it was the mask, but it's been here the entire time. And I remember us clicking it and doing it, but it's not in our inventory anymore. And so there's just the unusual object that has been here for a couple sessions. And I've been nervously wondering if I should derail us to try to cast Object Whispers on it, or if we already had it and I just forgot about it.
Now is the time.
We never touched it. It's just
We've
been there.
never looked at it, yeah.
I could have.
Yeah, you
very
like,
good. We're very good at playing games.
It floated there at the end. I think Oran was like, okay, we'll put it in the loot, and that was it. I'm just like, all right, I guess.
All right, I'll. No one cared what this was until I touched the mask.
Until you're given.
Oh my god! Enough with the references. I'm gonna beat you.
References funny.
Object whispers. We also
Nostalgia
have
Critic.
unusual nostalgia critic themed studded leather armor in here too. So probably.
Okay. Can you give me first of all, you could. There's no object whispers on the studded leather, but you can give me an Arcana test on both the studded leather and the unusual object.
I raised my armor class, so you don't have to.
Hello. Let's rock. Nanite Surge.
Sweet.
27 for the mask.
Okay.
Unless it's a lump thing.
No. That's next, and then for the armor.
Okie dokie. It's gonna be big, guys.
Don't destroy it. I killed it.
Nat 20! I told you!
Bam!
I smelt it in the air. I smelt it in the water. I smelt it in the earth.
All right. So first of all, you identify the armor that you found in the tree, the totally normal tree, is a set of +1 studded leather armor.
Ooh.
So ups that AC bonus, yo. It's pretty.
Who here
useful.
can wear that?
I can. Technically, it might be better than my breast. Let me check the breastplate's value.
I could wear it. I'm just wearing normal leather.
Medium armor, your breastplate's going to be the best thing you got.
Yeah, but I could also boost my dex modifier back to a higher value.
Yeah, it's also like it's magic-y. It weighs less, all that fun stuff. But you know, you can figure out who'll wear that. I also like chat like GM passive aggressive energy strong. Oh no, this is active at this point. I'm like, I've been holding on to these things for fucking like 6 seconds.
I thought we did object.
We're very good at video games.
I gaslit myself into thinking I had already done it.
You've done a lot of assuming lately, Speaker. Maybe you should do a lot of assuming.
You know what they say, assume just makes an ass out of you. Me, I'm unrelated to this incident entirely.
Oh, that's a lot of letters to put into assume.
That's okay.
Wow, you spelled Garfield really wrong.
Garfield.
All right. all right. So as for the other object, you identify it as Tannhauser. Like as you're carrying on this conversation in sort of the rain-soaked evening. You inspect the mask. First
Wait,
of all,
it's raining?
Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
Zoran, activate rain ASMR.
Wet too.
Yeah.
That's not.
Oh no, it's the Sardaukar theme.
I'll keep casting produce flame until the water goes out. All right,
Cheeseburger.
Very good. All right.
It's raining.
With that,
No, Oran goes inside the cabin that was
yeah.
that has a roof.
All right.
He's done being a Sardaukar.
The note here. First of all, the psychometric energy from your object whispers does impart some information into your head, Tannhauser. Essence of the shining martinet, the essence of a woman who saw the light of beneficence, can be affixed or etched onto equipment to unlock additional powers. Eloise was offered a gift of power and she took it, not knowing that it would end her tyranny and set her on a conflagrating path to enlightenment.
I could have sworn we heard that.
I'm like 90% sure we read that. I just don't think it was the guns you did. But since everyone forgot, we did it anyways.
Well, there we go. Once again, I'm blameless.
Now, as far as what it does, I will identify this. Okay, so this item, you can affix it to an armor, which basically lets your armor illuminate a 30-foot radius around you with bright light and grants you a +1 item bonus to perception checks to detect hidden or undetected creatures. You can etch it, rather than affixing it, you can etch it onto your armor. If you do so once per day, you can suppress the dazzled condition for 1 minute. Yeah.
Who wants it?
Oh, dazzle.
Well, we probably have to wait for our friend Crunch. Do we have the ability to etch?
If you've got crafting and like a kit, absolutely.
Baldric.
I mean, avoiding dazzle could be interesting, but like, I'd rather save that for someone who's going to be in melee a lot more than me, like Tannhauser.
And also someone who will not be stealthing at all because you're going to like glow like a Crimbus tree.
Oh, that's
You
the case,
are going to glow like a Crimbus
definitely
tray.
don't give that to me. I'm still using my ambush attacks.
Yeah, I'm stealthy.
You're stealthy?
Yes, I am. I have a plus 11.
Rehua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
We can etch it on his glowing eye to make it more glowing.
We can etch it onto his
Oh, my man's gonna turn into a
chest.
lighthouse.
Guys, we're glow maxing, okay?
Oh my god.
We can. I would give it to Oran, but then it would be like, Oran, shapeshift into a raven and get an idea of the situation. Yeah, you got it, Mr. Tannhauser. And then it'll fly up, but it'll be like a giant, glowing, radiating disco ball raven, and everyone's gonna shoot it out of the air.
He's always wearing sunglasses, going.
Let's
Everywhere he goes.
Let's take this like pure beneficent energy and affix it onto our chaotic tree man. I love
Let's
would be
decide who's getting the light quickly, please. We're
We're gonna
burning
make him
actual
queasy.
Maybe
Maybe we
wait.
hold on to it.
Yeah, let's wait for Cromch. Wait, no, we're going into Perfect World. Perfect World is gonna damsel us.
Someone please take it. Tannhauser, can we give it to you?
Well, I guess it'd be really cool if I had glowing eyes, but it would be really
It would be
bad
really
if-
good if you just like could resist being dazzled.
That would be nice.
Because if you're going to be in melee, odds are that's going to happen to you a lot.
Can I do it on myself and somehow create a way to be able to toggle on and off the glow?
No, that is not how it works.
This is not an aesthetic option.
Yeah, this is a you fucking glow like a Crimbus tree once you put this on yourself.
Oh man.
It has a slight downside for a mechanical benefit.
No, but now
How long does it take to affix?
I mean, like in this case, I'd say you could probably do it overnight.
Okay,
Like,
overnight.
Honestly,
so it's not something
like
you can,
honestly,
take
I don't want to
on
go into like
or
the
put on,
whole
take off.
crafting rules, and like I can assume that like, given the fact you've waited like a million years to actually like identify the thing, because I think you just object whispers it before, not identified it. I think like I'm willing to give it to you tonight if you want someone to have it on. Just
all right. Tanny's gonna take one for the team.
okay.
I'll put it on my body, and I will have glowing laser death eyes to the rest of my life.
Good.
I mean, I'm sure you could take it off some night.
I'm sure I can just put a pair of sunglasses. I'll just like put a pair
It's
of.
literally your armor. It's your whole armor against this.
I am my armor.
We're going so quickly
this
towards
is-
nothing.
This is the consequences to fashion are so extreme.
Yeah,
I know.
anyone in the
isn't
chat
Elden
who's
Ring.
played Warframe knows how important this is.
We are not playing Elden Ring.
My fashion souls is going to be completely disrupted. Fine, I'll do it. I'll become.
Thank you, please.
Damn.
I'll become the glowing guy.
You are the glowing guy now. I will update your token to be glowing.
Can
all
I
the
at
time.
least say that the reason I'm glowing is that my armor is really shiny?
Yes.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
just catches the light really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So you fix this on. You have learned this information.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Didn't we have other stuff?
No.
Oh,
the
we
hat
had
of disguise.
We had the evil, not evil, just the +1 studded armor. Valli, do you want that or should I?
That's a good question. I feel like we would both equally use it.
Yeah, but you're closer to death than me, so I say you should have it.
Yeah, take the
Damn,
Kevlar vest
I-
to protect you from being assassinated by Jack Ruby.
This is fair.
I have never died, and you have died twice.
Yeah, that is true. And as they say, shadows die. Give me the armor.
Yeah, they do often say that it kills you.
I will-
when you're not looking.
I will give you the armor, Molly.
Thank you.
If Valli dies again, can her head fall off and a centipede come out?
No.
That is something entirely different.
You're right.
That
That's
is-
Grumblow's thing. Sorry.
That's sorry, we aren't taking that. All right, so I'm going to you got that equipped. I'll put the leather armor back in the old other
Oh, my
party
AC
stuff.
didn't change.
One sec, I have to like update this because it gets weird for some reason, and I don't know why. It's being silly. That's all. There we go.
Ah.
There we go.
23 now. Live in
There you
fear.
go. Yeah, that's right. Bam.
Eddie Roth.
All right. Yeah. All right. So.
My cat has decided she wants to say hello.
Okay. With all that being said, I think is that it for your planning overnight, and then you're gonna rest up, and then in the morning you're going to investigate the cube.
Yep.
Yeah.
We should
Sound
probably decide on a watch order, just so we don't get blasted by cubes.
Yeah.
I'll take first watch because.
And then Picturn will take second watch.
Yeah.
He's sleeping right now. The Tannhauser Picturn tag team.
True.
Wait, Thurston. I
Yes?
just realized something about my new glowing. I'm sorry, this is the last I'll talk about it. Not only am I now glowing because of my armor, but if I activate Nanite Surge, I glow from that too.
My man's gonna be a flashbang.
I
just really want you all to be prepared. Here's a preview of what's gonna happen soon. Just here's a little preview of how this will work out.
Don't have a token with any vision.
Oh, you won't have a token with any vision. There we go on the main screen. That's how.
My man is a flashbang.
Yeah, we do this for the rest of the campaign.
I'm so excited, but let's since this is the thing we're setting up for, as you are going to head to the head back to the cube in the morning. Let's take our break here so we can jump right into the cube action. So
Sounds like a good idea.
Then we can all heal and stop being wounded.
Yeah, you could all update your characters and be fully healed and be ready for the morning.
Yay.
Yes,
And
thank
we'll be
you.
back, chat, and then we will head into the cube.
Yeah,
I will
cube
kill
time.
you.
Fight evil
Cube
Rumba.
Hypercube.
Alright.
Fine.
And we are back.
Nope.
I think we have all rested, got ourselves little naps and stuff, healed ourselves up and everything, and we are ready to go. I'm going to get rid of some of my wounded stuff, because now I'm no longer dangerously about to die again.
I'm going to revert myself to full hit points.
Yeah, make sure you got your alchemical stuff ready. Make sure everyone's
Yep, I'm going to be
spell slots
doing
are
that.
good.
I'm going to talk with Thurston about that real quick. Thurston.
Hi. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so remind me again. The amount I get is how much for alchemical shit again?
Well, let me read your character stuff. One sec.
Sorry. We don't do this very often.
One sec. I have to find it. Batch of infused reagents equal to your level plus intelligence modifier.
So 5 plus 4, so that's 9, and then it's times 3 or something, or?
Well, depends. Like, you have another ability that interacts with it.
Advanced alchemy, I think.
Let's see.
Oh, right, I make 2 of each.
Yeah.
But because I also have powerful alchemy... oh, no, that's different.
Yeah, I know you get, like, the perpetual stuff next level, but not this level, so.
No, I'm just
Or
looking
two
into
levels.
this. Okay, crafting.
Bombs. You get bombs.
Yeah. So I can get... I remember something was allowing me to make up to 3 of each at past a point. I don't remember which one that is, though.
One sec, I can do a search.
3 bombs, there we go. Okay, no, that's it. I got it.
Okay.
So I can make 3 bombs with 1 infusion, and I have 9 infusions. But only for bombs. For other items, it's only 2. So let me just quickly go over what I can make. Joy of joys. Well, I think it's
as you wake up and Baldric begins the alchemy class.
I'm using the little cauldron. He's following me around, and he's the only alchemical material or the only alchemical facility that I have. I'm gonna use one of my infusions to make. I'll do 2 to make 4 quicksilver mutagens. Ooh. I would like to make whatever.
I will trust you to make your alchemicals.
4. Okay, so that's that. That's 2. And then I make a bunch.
Bro. Yeah.
So that's 4 times 3, so that'll be 12.
Anyone else have any preparations they want to do before making their way out to the cube?
Yeah, I do a backflip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do a spin.
Give me an
Because I'm
acrobatics.
also part of the revolution.
Oh no,
Well,
oh no.
I myself, I'm just gonna period about.
Good.
Frolic.
I'll make
That will not require an acrobatic. Very good. I'm glad I
Oh.
teased that 19 out of you early.
6.
Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
you
leaves-
did a
Right.
really good backflip.
I enjoyed that the chat is
What
just
year?
filled with just alchemist fire, alchemist fire, alchemist fire, alchemist fire, alchemist fire.
Baldric receives an alchemist fire. Baldric receives an alchemist.
Yeah, I'm very good at this. And I guess with my remaining one, I'll make an elixir of life lesser, because that's all. I'll make 2 of those, because that's there, and that's all of mine spent.
You have so
Good
many
idea.
bottles and potions. You're like that one swindler guy from Pete the Magic Dragon, like that old animation, just showing
Yep.
up in a cart full of stuff.
I did not make any coring charges, so if we have to blow something up, it's up to standard alchemist fire for this.
All right. So I assume you are approaching carefully.
Is
Yes.
the party ready?
constantly checking things, slightly stealthily.
Should I be playing my pipes on our approach? Low.
No,
Oh.
very quietly, Picturn.
Oh.
So, on our approach, I'm going to lead the party right up to the line that I dug into the ground on the approach.
Okay.
All right, so if you see here, he points out the line that he dug in to where roughly the device stopped being active.
Yeah.
This is about where it starts to kick off. Past this line, I'm going to grab Picturn and put him on the other side of the line.
What?
I point up at Baldric points up at the gigantic, what would you said they were like triangular pyramids or something?
Yeah, they're basically like a triangle and then an inverted triangle, pyramid shape, that are stretched. So they're sort of like floating in the air. As you move Picturn across the threshold, nothing seems to happen, which you gather the activation range might be a bit closer, but the deactivation range might be a bit further out.
All right, so Picturn,
Yeah?
could you walk towards it a distance? When you see the items on top begin to go active, come back to this line. But make sure you mark where it starts.
Oh, all right, I can do that. Picturn smiles. Picturn begins walking.
I'm monitoring it very carefully too. I'm watching the giant shapes.
Yeah, you start to see a couple of these triangular forms begin to crackle.
All right, back.
Mr. Baldric, it looks like one of these things here seems to be moving. It's awful pretty like. I had a brother who was
back
doing
up
something
now.
like this. And are you sure? Because they look kind of cute. Maybe
It's
if I
going
just
to
pet
fry
it,
you.
Is it gonna fry me? I don't know. This seems.
If it doesn't, I will. Back up.
Give me an intimidate check.
You got it. I'm gonna give you my intimidation at a 0. 12.
Very intimidating.
Well, I think I'm just gonna. That shocked. I'm running back. Okay.
I tried to warn him.
Runs back past the line.
And when he passes the line, do they shut down again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to walk up to roughly where he got zapped and etch another hole. like just before it, so that way I don't cross it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is about as far as we can get before that thing goes active. Let's.
If you have religion, you can give me a test here.
Me?
Anyone.
Oh, about to say, like.
I can help.
Yeah, you better do that. My religion's a 1.
Yeah.
It won't help though. I'm not gonna roll.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Unionize.
That's what you
Oh,
fucking get.
no.
That's what you get. What you fucking deserve.
Fucking shoot Rehua right in the head, killing him instantly.
No.
For
Rehua,
context for
you've been
listeners,
wrong
it's a
this whole
natural
time.
1.
Those pyramids are anarchy-based entities trapped in perfect shells. Oh yeah, and we have a complication for that too. That's correct.
Oh.
I'm surprised the other one didn't complicate.
Why did you say that?
Yeah,
Wow.
we forgot all about that because
I'm a
we
glutton
haven't
for
got a lot
punishment.
of natural
Hulky,
ones.
are you
in a
Natural
while.
ones, and we got them all at
Thanks,
like.
Hulky.
Hulky,
Yeah,
are you a
thanks,
dummy?
Hulky.
Yeah.
I'm not counting the Valli natural or the no Valli didn't natural one. No, just Hulky suffers. That's right.
It's one of those like motivational memes with a dude looking out in the sunrise. The only caption there is, "I might be stupid."
Might be.
It ain't honest work, but it's much.
Okay.
Complicate them. Come on.
I'm gonna use Natacombs here because it's great. All right, so as you're staring at this thing, Rehua,
Yeah.
you realize like it's an anarchy-based entity that is clearly trapped, but also the perfect thing that is surrounding your anarchy brethren that may or may not exist. It's this awful perfectite, and you realize it's time to duel. You feel that you must that this thing has offended you, and you must duel it 1-on-1 to preserve your honor.
Oh.
Oh no.
Friends, this wretched construct is not just perfectite. It is one of my own kin from the elemental chaos. This is anarchite, imprisoned.
Is it? I'm like squinting at it.
Everything that I know.
I don't really think that this is the case in this like Dita meekly speaks.
Silence, Dutch baby. This thing has wronged me. And I will right this wrong. Rehua is going to will his soul-forged armor into it being and begin approaching the construct.
Yeah,
Oh no.
sure. Okay.
Oh no.
Rehua is about to learn what it feels like to be in Command and Conquer and be an infantryman attacking a Tesla coil.
As he to get an idea of Thurston, just to make sure life isn't gonna get hard on us all, is are those things something that we're gonna have to do initiative and all for, or no?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Okay, so as Rehua is rushing forward, Oran will kind of point his wooden arm out, and a stream of minty fresh magic will come forth, and you will all see Rehua grow very large as he casts enlarge on Rehua.
What? Why are you embiggening him?
He's tree angry, man.
What?
Making a good point.
I've got the power of God and entropy on my side.
So he casts enlarge on Rehua as he's going forth to duel the pylon.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on a second.
Sure.
I see this. This is Rehua's battle. This is his moment. And Tannhauser is going to raise up his hand. Mighty morphing battle arbor, engage! And
Oh my god, you need to be stopped. You are out of control this session.
and I will cast haste on Rehua.
So, Hulky, be sure to drag The
Oh,
large.
I've got him.
Okay.
No. Here. Let's make this fucking easy.
Yeah,
here,
we need a
let's-
representation, please.
Yeah, here we are. Also, we have glowing Tannhauser on the map. Here we go.
Oh, my eyes.
If you zoom out a bit, you'll see.
So bright.
Hey, if we're about to engage in combat, I'm also going to pass a Quicksilver mutagen to Valli and Tannhauser.
Oh, thank you. Is it alcoholic?
Has Aquafortis in it, but not really.
Gesundheit.
Funny. Please drink this and begin to take double damage.
Damn. All right. So I'm just okay. Just put yourselves into combat like mode and roll fucking
Oh
initiative.
dear. Oh
No, it's
dear.
quicker
Can
if
we-
you just
can
do
we-
it all.
dear.
once.
Okay, real quick, before we do that, can they quaff the potions before that begins so we don't accidentally, like, waste them?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fine. I don't.
I'll do the effects.
Oof.
Why did I
These
say
are all
that's
such terrible
fine?
initiative.
Like, I'm the DM.
I'm gonna stealth initiative this, please.
Cursed.
I'm gonna stealth this.
For initial rolls, Oran got a 31, Tannhauser got a 29, Baldric got a 27, Rehua has a 21, and Valli has a 12.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh, be sure to hit Valli and Tannhauser for 10 hit points of damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, really?
You take damage equal to twice your level, and you can't heal that while the mutagen's active, and you take -2 on Fortitude, but you get +2 item bonus to acrobatics checks, stealth checks, thievery checks, reflex, and dexterity-based attack rolls. And you
Damn.
gain 10-foot status becomes or bonus to your speed.
Oh, fast as fuck.
You've just given us cocaine.
I gave you liquid cocaine. This is precursor to Coca-Cola. The only downside is it's actually bad for you.
Damn.
Okay. Well, let me fucking hurt your allies here. 1 second.
Yeah, hurt them. It's very funny to me.
Oh,
Great.
what in that?
I said it had Aquafortis. It's ethanol.
Oh.
Okay. Well, in a funny way, the +2. Well, it won't actually matter. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Let's get this shit show on the road.
Make chat be like, make my Kanrasu grow.
After 3 years, I'm free. Time to conquer the pyramid.
All right, here we go. All right, Oran, you see as like urine big and fast tree Zord rushes forward to its marked target, which is this one up here, to the far end of the line of these creatures. Several of them begin to crack open, and you can see that these are not like a defense mechanism so much as they are actual like perfectite beings. They sort of crackle with energy between. And then you can see floating out from the hole is the other, like, strange perfectite energy, the particulum that you saw previously.
Keep showing me all these cards. Catch it.
I know. I'm making it difficult for you.
Everyone see him? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there you go. Good. Now, Oran, what the butts are you doing as you see these things take form?
What he will do is touch Tannhauser's back and go wiggly woogly in the booty, and then he casts haste on him.
On who? On Tannhauser?
On Tannhauser.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so his 2 actions will be that, and that will be the last of his things, because he can't really quite do anything right now.
Okay.
Because it takes 2 actions, so his turn is now over.
Okay. Tannhauser, you're up.
All right. With my super duper and big and magic haste, I am just going to, I guess, bum rush this aspect of perfection. I'll take out my excoriaturge. I will raise it high, and I will shout a war cry for the revolution.
Sure.
And I think it's time to spell strike.
Cool. What spell are you using?
Oh, do I have to say that now?
Yes.
I think I'm just going to hit with the gouging claw.
Okay.
I think that's a safe option right now. Let's rock.
Oh,
18.
hits.
That'll hit.
Alrighty then. We'll rock some damage. 2. And then we are going to rock the gouging claw damage.
Do it
I
up.
can add for it.
Yeah.
14.
Oh shit! I
Nice.
think I just realized the Quicksilver actually let you hit that.
Yes.
Good, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I should have used my Laughing Shadow. I forgot to do that.
You have 3 actions now. Like you're.
Well,
Yeah.
we have
Wow.
4
Strike.
actions because
Yeah, I ran forward, 2 actions to do that, so then I will activate Laughing Shadow now. Which I should have
Okay.
done before I ran up here, but I forgot. I forgot.
You forgot. That's okay. You can activate it now. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good one. All right. That ends your turn, Baldric.
As a guess, which would be more effective against these, fire or acid?
As a guess, they seem about the same.
Okay, then I'll throw a fire. Fire.
Yoga Fire.
Yeah, they get that
At which
information,
one?
You'll have to make a roll.
Yeah, I'll make a roll on
Guessing
it.
is just for
Fucking,
your own benefit.
yeah, fucking whatever. I'll make a roll. What do I roll, Thurston? Come on.
It does take an action. It's a recall knowledge, and for these things, it would be religion.
Damn it. Never mind. I'll just throw.
Fucking the nerdy religion bullshit.
I don't have good religion.
Yeah, exactly. It's like skills sometimes matter. Specifically, your current religious master is off having a one-on-one duel.
It's fine. I throw a firebomb at it, and I get it with a 29 with a critical hit.
That'll critically hit it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll crit damage now. That's pretty big. That's 28 damage.
That is 28. That is definitely 28 damage. Boom. Yeah. Let's apply that 28 damage.
Because
Okay.
I'm using bomber, I will have splash damage only hit that. So that'll work.
Okay. There we go. It's on fire. It's hurting.
Did that apply the splash damage to it as well?
Yeah, because the +2 is in there.
Yes, but no, I can add more than that because I have. What is it? It was a feat. Which is it?
Which is it?
Because I remember it allows me to substitute my intelligence bonus instead of the normal +2 damage. So that would be a 4. I don't remember which one that is. It's been so long since we did this. Fuck.
I know. Okay, so I believe that is. Oh gosh, you had a cool ability. Is that calculated splash? Yeah, calculated
Splash, there it is.
One sec. You can cause the bomb to deal splash damage equal to your intelligence modifier.
There we go.
yeah.
I will do 2 more damage to that.
And so
It takes around 30 damage.
it dies.
Kaboom.
Kaboom, indeed.
As it shatters
Nice.
and breaks into a bunch of different parts from your expertly tossed bomb.
This is why you need to main the lock and load, kids. It doesn't matter that you can't roll pills.
I got 2 actions left.
Yep.
So I'll take a map -5 and try to steal Tannhauser's kill.
Okay.
40. Hang on. I don't think I can throw that far.
Yeah, you can move up and then do it.
No, you can
30.
throw. You just take a -2 penalty.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's already bad enough as it is. I will move so that it's within 30. I'll go there. 10. And then I will throw with a map -5.
It'll get a +2 to its AC on this.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I throw. No, excuse me. I said I throw.
You throw.
Thank you. I also critically hit that one
Might as well
with a
just
26.
delete
Yeah.
just
just roll critical damage. I want to see what happens.
14 plus 4, so that's. Oh no, that would be 16 in total.
16. Yeah. So +2. You kill Steel from Tannhauser.
I secured that kill. You're welcome, Tannhauser. Thank you.
God, what makes you a good demo man?
Just cuts out. Just excellent. All right, that's the end of Baldric's go. The next one that goes is a dead Perfectite. Its corpse smolders a bit.
I
Good.
can't wait to grind that up and put that into a potion.
All right, the one that is opposing our dear friend Rehua.
Rehua.
This strange little Perfectite boy. Let's see here. It will float slightly over to there. Then it will attempt to blast you, Rehua.
Oh no, he's gonna ketchup blast you.
It's gonna blast you with a little lightning blast here.
Blast.
Already with the natural one.
You have a critical miss.
Don't
He will.
forget, Thurston, you have many points.
I do have many points. I'm not using them here though.
Well,
I'll
you
attack
smell.
again.
You should totally attack us more.
No, I will fail with both of those. Two jolts of electricity go past you, Rehua.
Alright, please complicate on the crystal.
I do not need to. They are minions. Minions
I
do not
hate you.
complicate. Rehua, your go.
Okay, I would target him right now. I'm going to hit him.
Rehua, throw it back!
Look how everyone's now just going.
And
can't
then
throw it
this
back.
is how
It's
we
not a
will do the
projectile
entire
attack,
combat in
it's
this
magic.
voice.
No, you know what I mean, you bastard.
What the fuck?
We're all turning into alpha abuser. This sucks.
Why are you telling me to throw it back? There's
Not a game for kids.
That's a good
baby
game.
game.
Playing Pathfinder instead of the very cool Fatal.
Get out of here! Out! Deny.
Very foul.
If you're somehow still watching, we're in combat.
If you're somehow still alive,
What are you doing,
I will
my
fix
man?
this. Give me your neck.
Yeah.
So Rehua will definitely dodge to the side of two of these lightning blasts, and Rehua will walk up. And I'm gonna hit it with a heightened divine lance.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Okay. Shit. This spell is actually really useful here.
Blasting
For
him.
once.
I like that you walk up menacingly, they make you big, and then you're like, I'm gonna cast my cleric magic. It's very good. It's very good.
Listen, it's about the presence.
Yeah. Please lance it.
Rehua's got his own
I would
panache
have to,
right now.
so I'm
Yeah.
allowed to.
You'll hit it. That's a hit.
All right.
Roll me Damagio of your Divine Lancio.
With additional +1, I think I got my though. Or +1 d4. Ooh. Well, plus an additional 1d4 plus 4. Well,
Plus
sorry,
4,
in
plus
there,
2.
but
Okay, plus 2. Okay, cool.
14
So,
damage.
14
Cool.
damage.
Too many extra
And that is
I'm
chaotic
imagining
damage, if I am
opposed.
correct. If
Yes.
correct, that is chaotic damage. So excellent. Your divine lance goes and like skewers through this thing in a perfect blast. It's still floating there, but you've like shaved off parts of it as your lance takes on the form of these like multitudinous rainbow-colored tendrils that reach out and begin like constricting and crushing this thing.
It shouldn't. I don't think I can really do anything else here. That was a heightened spell, so I'm
Sweet.
tapped out for the turn.
Wait, how?
No,
heightened is
no,
it?
no, it's a cantrip, so it's just that's 2 actions to do that. So
And you have
yeah.
2 actions left because you're hasted.
Yeah, you have 2 actions left. Yeah.
I've never been hasted before. This is such a wonderful experience. I want to do it again.
Yeah.
I don't
so
think you can with the haste
haste
because it's
only allows you to stride or strike.
Strike,
So
yeah.
You can only, so you can go up to it and hit it. That'll be
Yeah.
your additional there.
I see.
but you
So
still
you
take the
technically-
multi-attack penalty. But you could divine lance it now, walk up and kill it in close combat.
I'm gonna let slip the chaos of war, doing the damage as it is. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna fucking smack it.
Okay. See if you can do it. I believe in you. Can you
See
do
what
it?
we can do. That's all I can do.
Can you do it? Can you
Yeah,
do it,
let's try.
Trehua?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see
that's
what's
right.
going.
That's right.
Not too
Oh, you
bad.
missed. You
Can I
missed. I'm
Can I
sorry.
hero point?
You can hero point that, yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to.
Nice little right click and then a reroll using hero pointo. Or you'll roll the
I saw it.
exact same thing.
That's
and
No.
What a shame.
get a 12 and miss it. This thing laughs at you.
It can laugh.
I mean, laughs at you in its head. All right, is that the end of your go, Rehua?
Yes.
They laugh now.
Cool. I get out. Mumble. Mumble. All right. Well, this little buddy up here floats on down.
Is he our friend?
Floats on down. Oh, also, I guess I can like remove this thing because it's actually that thing. See if they were those, they were. Yeah, there we go. All right. So this guy, this particulum floats down. It has assessed the battlefield and is going to. Oh gosh, what's it gonna do? You know what? It's gonna cast a spell. It floats down and it like shifts form and like looks like the inside of it is like swirling around itself. This particulum again looks like sort of two silvery discs on either end, and then like a almost like a spiral pattern inside, and the spiral begins moving really fast. And suddenly the air around you, Rehua, like there's a brief thunderclap. And I would like you to please give me a fortitude save. The DC is 20. I think, yeah, you might even be able to click that save DC 20 button on the side
Yeah, I
there.
think so.
This
Yeah, click that.
particulum makes a loud noise.
I
Well,
saw it,
Bob, you will fail. So you will take damage, which I will roll here. You will take 12 points of Damagio.
I'm hurt.
You are hurt.
That scene from Midsummer happens, and he claps very loud next to you.
You are also deafened for 1 round, which I'm sure cannot possibly go wrong.
Quick, clean out your ears like you did to Oran.
Whoa.
I don't know what to do. That was just a
Dead.
special little
Volley.
for him.
Volley, you're
Oh
up.
shit, it's me. Okay. Yeah, cool.
All right. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, baby.
Get the other one.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna move here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tumble. Or no, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna do a fainting attack.
Gonna faint it? Okay, yeah, faint
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna make
gonna
it
fall
faint. Yeah, I just pass out, just on the dirt. Just
Yeah,
like
do it.
Family Guy death pose, I get rotten 3.
Good.
You break all your bone.
All bones. Can you faint it?
Yes, can I faint it indeed?
Can you? She's desperately searching for deception. Can she?
Yes, can
Can
I
she
do it?
find it? There we go.
There it is, that's a 22?
That will succeed.
Excellent. And then I'm gonna get my panache, and I'm gonna hit that man with a finisher.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, I saw that 20.
I know. That's a 23 to hit. That will. Oh yes, it does.
It will hit.
Damage. That's 24 points of damage.
It takes it. It is beat to shit.
See, didn't you guys miss having me around? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you,
awkward silence.
You're my hype man.
At least I'll speak up for you, Volley. Glares at everyone else.
Yeah, Molly, good.
All right.
Baldric's just doing his taxes.
I put myself in defense mode and in my turn.
All right, everybody. I got this. Picture and rushes forward. I'm gonna start
Bagpipe
playing.
solo.
I'm gonna start playing. And all of you are,
You couldn't have given him like a saxophone.
No.
I'm not inspired unless it's bagpipes.
Yeah.
Why not
No.
like a bagpipes that looks like that has like a bunch of saxophones in it? Why couldn't
pretty
you have
baller.
created that?
What if the world was made of pudding?
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a story from North Bredoma.
What? No. Okay. So one second. Hang on. Okay. Let's see if this will work. I don't know if it's gonna work. Might not work. Okay, it doesn't work. I will figure out another way of doing this. He is going to inspire the courage, which I think I can just click on you and do this. No, probably not. Oh,
Here, to make it easier on you, put it on your bar.
I was trying that and it's messing up. I've figured out a different way to do it. So anyways, he is inspiring you. I will get that going, but he begins playing the bagging pipes right now. But that is pick turns go. And then the strange perfectite entity in front of you, Valli. You know what it does?
What does it do?
It floats away from you.
I get back here.
It floats over to here. And then, as it floats away, it opens up and there's a crackling arc of electricity that goes through it towards Rehua, linking up with the other one on the opposite side of Rehua.
Interesting.
Rehua, will you give me a reflex save, please?
Ooh, yeah.
Clumsy clerics love reflex saves.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
What did you roll, Hulky?
Can I rolled a 14. Can I?
All right,
hear
cool.
it?
You could hero point that if you'd like, yeah.
I would. I haven't.
You wanna hero point that? Yeah, just right click and.
And it's a natural 1.
Brother
it's a natural
in
one.
Christ.
Okay.
Oh.
So this thing floats over, like disdainful of Valli, moves like between, basically opposite its companion that is currently combating Rehua, opens up, and this like arc of electricity and energy goes to create like a laser, like an electrical fence between it and the other that goes through Rehua. Rehua, you have this moment where you see it coming, and you steel yourself against it, but that just increases the divine ire of this particular perfectite, which does double damage and does 24 points of electricity damage to you.
Oh. You got tased.
It's a good thing he's so big
Yep.
and so easy to hit.
Yep.
Oh, you think a little bit of lightning? It really fucking hurts.
You're looking at
and
like Palpatine base boost.
Yeah, and the lightning remains as well, which I think I can probably do like a cool effect here. So
Fuck yeah.
look at that! Look at that! I got some little
Oh, he's
light.
getting tased.
Yeah. You're being zot.
They're being zotted. It's zotted. It's zot. Yeah, Emperor Zot.
Emperor
Yeah, man.
Grog.
Bzzzt. Look at that. Bzzzt. Okay, you're being zotted. Okay, that's its go. Dita goes. She will. Oops. She will go. She will up to there. She will do what she is skilled at. She will attempt to identify these things. Yes, the little ones are Vinkyu perfectites. They are small, minor, lesser guardians. They can do the things they are doing to Rehua right now. Where they create electrical fences between themselves.
Your insight is enlightening.
They can also change their forms if they need to remain hidden, but I guess we've just seen that. Okay.
Are there any more?
I don't think so. The other ones look to be just simple decorations. All right, Oran, you're up.
All right, Oran's going to quickly rush up, seeing Rehua getting hurt, and go, Rehua, no! I'm coming, buddy! So he's going to move up 5, 10, 15, 25 for one action.
Yeah.
But she's going to move up. I don't think I'm going to be within range. I think my double action heal goes up only to 30 feet. Just to make sure, 30 feet. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get up to you fast enough. So instead, what he is going to do is that he's going to move up enough, still be without range, and feel very useless. Unless he uses one super ultra spell called Sudden Bolt, and he's going to target the weak one that moved over that Valli hit, and he's going to cast Sudden Bolt to go down on it. Even though I know these things are more electricity stuff and might have resistances, it's just the only thing he's got.
Okay, well, I'll make a reflex save. I will succeed. Give me damage.
All right, succeed. That is 4d12. That'll be 30 points out of Oran.
That will destroy that one as the bolt comes crashing down and breaks it.
You hear him go like, I got you, Rehua! A large bolt of electricity comes in from the sky, and you hear it behind you, Rehua. And Oran go like, I'll get you patched up, buddy! As you see his little bird feet go throughout the swamp as he reaches to you. And that'll be the end of Oran's turn.
Okay. Tannhauser, you're up.
Excellent shooting, Oran. Leave the mind control screw to me.
And Tanny is.
You can do it, Tannhauser! Yeah!
Rock up over here, enlightening everyone with this glorious presence.
The whole campaign. Get used to it.
Get him.
We will teleport
Mm-hmm.
to here. Actually, probably best to be between. Probably
Sorry,
best
it
not,
should be in that square. I don't know why it's doing some weird movie stuff on some of these.
probably best not to be within 2 of these. And I'm going to make a spell strike.
Sure.
I will not take my normal attack for my teleport because I don't want the -5.
Okay.
32 critical hit.
Yeah, and its special ability won't prevent that, so you're gonna do a shit ton of damage to this thing.
Nice. It's 14 plus, I believe, 2. So 16 off the top.
Okay.
And I was gouging claw.
Yeah.
Because shocking grasp, it doesn't seem very useful in this situation. Oh god, what year is this? What time is this? What is my life? What is my meaning?
You go into
What
your
is my
spell section, and you're clicking Gouging Claw.
Yep,
You're
cast.
gonna do this damage. There you go.
damage. 16, and then a persistent 1d4 bleed.
Well,
Oh,
it's also
no.
crit, so it's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
double damage.
Yeah,
So, blep. What the?
Nice.
Why did? Oh, it's because you did the bleed. Okay.
after all of this, he takes 2 damage.
Yeah. That will quite kill it.
Did it like in blowing it the fuck up with that big Bombad attack? Do I get a sense for how durable those little screws are?
You can tell they're more durable than the little ones. They're like, it took the first hit and then the second one was enough, which, puts it in that, 40s range.
Okay, cool. All right.
As you like tear, basically you like slash down with or come down with the excoriator, and then it like cuts, and there's this moment, and then the claw sort of comes up behind, this magical claw that rips it apart and sends debris scattering across the morass behind it.
Absolutely. So as silver shards rain down, I will end my turn.
Baldric.
Let me think. What could I possibly do in this? I'm going to move. How far can I move again? I can move. There we go. Yeah, what the hell? So, 20. I will go there. I'm going to move up, and then I'm going to throw a bomb at the last guy, so Hulky doesn't crit fail against him again.
We hyped you
There
up
we
so
go.
much too. Got you all large, got you hasted.
I
showed up and got
appreciate
hurt.
that like Dita has pointed out, like, oh, these are very very tiny basic things, and you've like, we're buffing every spell because Thurston's gonna screw us over.
Using a grenade, It's a
Hit.
24.
That will hit.
Rolling damage. You done spinning, asshole? 8.
10,
so that's
because of the
10.
splash, yeah. Okay.
Poof. And now it burns.
No, it has persistent fire on it.
And then it goes next.
It does.
It will now kill
flame.
Rehua.
The persistent fire is going to kill him before Rehua can get a revenge kill.
I'm
right.
saving your life.
I know.
All right, Rehua, it's attacking you.
I'm saving you from yourself.
It blasts out with an arc of electrical energy at you. It starts like just repeatedly blasting electricity out now. Like though these things don't seem to show emotion, this thing is showing its utter desire to destroy you.
Let's see how it does.
It rolled a 1.
I will villain point that.
He's had enough of rolling ones
The
himself.
disdain.
What the fuck?
It's a
God
two.
damn
It is better.
It's a
It is
two.
better.
You want to do another
Fucking
one?
two. Well, I can't keep look. I know you want to lower my pool. I'll take the second attack now. It's a
Even
13.
better.
It's not good enough. I will have it do its last.
You rolled a 2.
You know what?
The
Its last
triangle has
act.
been
Its
defeated.
last act of complete spite is to fly away from Rehua, so the persistent fire will kill it at the feet of Baldric, so Rehua can't even feel the thing die in front of it. Good.
Hey, Rehua, it's your turn.
Goodbye.
What would you like to...
It dies.
Yeah, combat's over.
Come
Or
Damn.
Hulky.
I'm sorry, Hulky. You were big.
He's big.
Oh no, he's moving his token, you guys.
Wait!
Oh no.
Time is of the essence. Tannhauser, the moment combat's over, everyone, climb onto Rehua. He will lift us through this breach, and we will enter into the cube. Quickly, before the enchantment wears off!
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
I'm coming. Like Michelin woman, like Dita rushes forward.
Hulky, was there something you wanted to do as you approached me silently?
Rehua is gonna nod at Baldric very solemnly, like, thank you for saving my life. But he's also wordlessly going to reach down and pick up either the husks of both of these Vinku particulums in his hands, look at them for a moment, crush them, and feel their I guess I don't even call them exoskeletons, crush in his hands, and move them towards his core and just try to absorb them. Drop their
He wants
essence.
to eat the
Ooh.
triangles.
Return them back to the anarchy.
Triangle meal.
As you realize as you begin crushing them, there is no anarchy inside them. They were all just pure perfection the whole time, and you had entirely misinterpreted the situation because you rolled a natural 1.
Damn, that's kind of fucked up. Oh well, at least I can desecrate some corpses.
He proceeds to hit the gritty.
Okay.
He takes the Omni-Man pose.
He's still gonna try and basically feed upon them. Just turn them back.
How sick does he get?
I don't know if it's
Okay.
like feed, just remove
Give me
them, remove them from the play.
are we talking Evangelion?
We're not talking eating the solenoid engine. No, just kind of absorbing or returning their essence back to the plane through the nebulous plot device orb.
What? You're just gonna shove them into your orb?
Yeah, they're not gonna fight.
Oh,
back.
yeah?
Okay, give me a fortitude save.
Sure.
Oh no.
I'm not doing too good on rolls tonight.
No.
No, are you happy with that result?
Tempting fate has only gone poorly tonight. I mean,
This one could be the crit.
99% of
Thanks,
gamblers
Soren.
quit before they make it big. And I'm a big shot, so I'm gonna roll it.
Okay. You're a big shot.
He's a big shot.
I'm a big
Okay,
shot.
it was slightly better. Hey, it
He's
wasn't
climbing
worse.
up the ladder. He's climbing up the ladder. He's like, first I got a 1. Now I'm up to 3. Oh shit, we rolled into a 4. Here we go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, to be fair, he is clumsy, quickened, and deaf.
Yeah. The essence of pure law in your anarchist's orb makes you take 15 points of damage. But whilst you take 15 points of damage, you also sure do get a measure of spite as you not only destroy this seeping out perfect essence, you also prevent it from ever rejoining its kin on the fundamental battlefield where it will wage eternal war against your far off kin.
Someone please draw Rehua vomiting.
No.
He will not vomit. He will tank the damage out of pure spite for this app.
Well, that was certainly a thing.
Well, that happened.
Yeah.
We're doing this now?
Oran will hop up to Rehua and go Rehua, before the spell goes, we better start climbing in.
That's true. Oh, sorry about that before. I think my voice is all messed up. I think I got a frog in my throat.
I have a rope and a grappling hook.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, Rehua.
Completely ignore her. Rehua will scoop up Oran.
Yeah, come on, everybody.
Hold him like baby.
I
Hold him
want
gentle like hamburger.
I like the idea that by the time Rehua turns around and agrees to help, between Tannhauser and Dita, everyone's just kind of grappled safely back up through the hole in the wall.
Like Dita's got her rope and her grappling hook, and she's going up. Tannhauser, you have the gun.
Yeah.
I assume Rehua. Okay, and then the rest of you are on Rehua, picturing oh, this scooch closer. Hey, Baldric, get close. We can. This can be a fun thing. We can. All
I'm just gonna climb him like normal once everyone's fucking through.
Well,
don't step on his head.
Everyone's
Give me an athletics check, Hulky.
Athletics check, you said?
Yeah, you're climbing. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's as he's climbing up, I would like to battlefield medicine him.
Of course.
How are you trying to finagle that while you climb him?
21 for the athletics check.
Just throwing mud on him.
Good enough.
Just shitting on him. It's okay.
Shitting on him,
No.
literally.
Hulky heals for 11 points.
I got it. All right. And I believe with this, you are going inside the hole at the top of the cube, correct?
Let's go in the hole, everyone.
Yeah. Down in the hole.
Down into the hole. At this point, as Rehua, as you manage to get into the hole, the embiggening effect and the quickening effects have all worn off. Baldric. Dita.
Alright, so I'm also rolling to climb?
Yeah, you will need to give me a roll.
Okay, what am I freaking rolling?
Athletics.
Okay. We just check something real quick. It's only acrobatics. Okay, so I'm not taking my other potion. So I'm just gonna do the thing.
Right.
Athletic. Go. And not great, I got 11.
It's really fucking hard for you to get up. You do, but it's the most graceless thing. You almost slip and fall a few times.
I'm trying to climb a smooth cube, so.
Yeah, you managed to get in last.
Fine by me.
But there's that brilliantly comes into this place as you find yourselves in a square room coming down that is incredibly bright due to the glowing nature of one of your companions, which causes the area to become almost uncomfortably bright as you enter into this chamber. The room here is a square room. It is about 35 feet by, well, slightly rectangular, 35 feet by 40 feet. You've kind of hopped down from this hole that's about 15 feet elevated from here. There is a slight curve along the northeastern edge of the room where you've entered from that has about a foot tall elevation point that's all silvery metal. The only thing of note in here is the vegetation that has taken root up against some of the walls here. You can see mosses and like molds and all sorts of like greenery has like shifted and moved its way in here. There are two doorways. Very good sunlight healing, Rehua. Excellent. There are two doorways that are jutting out circles, like they're circular, jutting out from the walls here, and it looks as though they can just be turned, but they kind of are about a foot indentation. You get the idea that these are doorways based on some of the passages. One is to the west and one is to the south. This place has like a very strong smell to it as well. Like this still smells like the swamp even as you get in here.
I was gonna have a moment where it's like it seems bigger on the outside than it is on the inside. It's like this is the entirety of the cube. We fell in and now it's just this
It's just a boss
tinier
fight.
on the inside.
square.
Yeah.
Well, I guess gotta pick a direction, huh?
Yeah, where do we go?
All right, maybe we should stick as a group as we do this.
Maybe we. I
I took it.
guess.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
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 Hey, Thurston,
Yeah.
is there sunlight still peeking through this broken open corner in the cube?
Little bits, yeah.
Oh, which would not call it direct sunlight?
Do you want your sunlight healing? Is that
God,
what
I
you're?
want my sunlight healing.
Is
so
that
bad.
is that what you're going for?
Tree.
Tannhauser counts.
Tree. How does your? Let's see your sunlight healing. Oh, okay. It's a 10-minute activity. So you're gonna like get in here and then be like, everybody, you need to wait 10 minutes while I tree.
Absolutely not. We have haste on for our mutagens wear off.
Fuck.
Yeah, haste.
Oh, when does that wear off?
Well, at this point, because it took you a couple, like I basically said, it took you about 5 minutes to like do the climbing, get Baldric in here, all of that. So you've only got about 5 minutes left on the mutagens now. Haste and the other stuff is probably all worn off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see how
Wait,
long
you
it
need-
lasts.
It's not a minute. I think it's rounds, isn't it? I think.
Isn't it gains? It doesn't have an end date. I guess if you cast it on yourself, you just have it forever. Oh, duration 1 minute.
There we go. Remove the quick end effect, but you still have like I'd say 5 minutes on the mutagen before it, enters Bad Town.
I'm gonna look at Rehua.
Rehua, is it like the Perfectites to leave their cube unregimented like this?
Pointing at all the detritus.
Not necessarily. Typically, Perfectite. Things quite orderly, as the name would imply. The fact that there's vegetation rolling here is quite concerning. The fact that it's been left derelict like this is even more so. Been scoured or incinerated.
Then perhaps there is a sickness at its heart, something that would prevent them from tending to the outside world. Not exactly what I expected. Again, this has been derelict for some time.
What if they just gave up?
Or perhaps they just recently came back online.
Tannhauser's gonna look at Dita.
He's like looking at the foliage, like intently, collecting samples.
If you have any information to add to this, I would appreciate it. But before you do, I would ask, do you know of any optimal routes through this cube? Are you at all familiar with the layout?
Oh, no, I'm most certainly not familiar with the internals of a Perfectite cube, and I think what we should be doing is being very careful in here. I'm just looking at the samples, perhaps if any of the foliage that's somehow grown in here has been affected by it. I was trying to take some samples. This is quite strange. I think your assertion of the waking up, so to speak, might be true. This place appears to have been derelict for quite some time.
I see. Very well. Take your samples. We go down this door, and then we'll circle back.
All right.
Rehua, tend to your wounds while we walk.
Are you just gonna stand there, Rehua?
I can't leave them for fucking 10 minutes. They're gonna something terrible's gonna happen in 5 minutes.
Wait, we can't leave Rehua.
Proceeds to leave.
I said 10. Rehua!
What? I'm working on it.
All right, so you begin shifting the door as you like move it with your hands, and this silver like disc sort of just slides over and then kind of re-embeds itself in the wall. As you do, it comes to another room. Similar like square style room. This one, however, has like various sacks and a wooden chest in it. The sacks have all almost entirely decayed. They're incredibly brittle. Like a smell hits you as soon as you open the door of absolute just decay. Even the wood on the chest here looks like it's incredibly worn and wet and just like grime filled. It just like assails your senses as you open this doorway. You can see that there's like an elevated area where some of the sacks clearly were piled up, but have since like, again, fallen over, and there's like black and brown mulch that's coming out of them. It's hard to tell where the sacks end and the mulch begins. And then there's another one of those doorways to the southwest.
Ali, I believe there's a case. See if you can get it open. Mind the smell.
Yucky.
And I'll
All right.
the door while everyone else settles in. Being glowing means I can illuminate these rooms for my companions.
That is true.
Absolutely.
All right. So this is the case.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a large like chest trunk that has a like padlock on it, but the padlock is corroded in several areas.
I imagine we could just smash it off if it's so corroded. Like, does it look fragile?
It doesn't look fragile. Like, it looks fairly sturdy, but it looks really time worn.
All right. I'm gonna try a thievery to crack it open first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I think I might hero point that. Yeah, I'll hero point that.
Okay.
That's not much better at a 5.
It's not much better.
It easily breaks off. Like you can tell
Audio,
that this
that's
was
18.
Yeah, an 18. This like you're like and you're really worried. You try to, and then like as you tell if this were any kind of reliable lock, it would have. But like you apply pressure with your lock picks, and this thing just kind of breaks.
Oh, I got it. I'm so good at this. I'm gonna open it.
What lies within?
Inside is like another like kind of like mulch of brown and black. It looks like something decayed in here, like maybe some kind of like cloth matter with some vegetable matter. But then there is a single sword that rests atop the this like goopy mess of a pile.
I'll pull the sword out, give it a look over.
You are now cursed.
Ah!
Bearer of the curse, seek last.
No, not again.
It appears to be like a long sword, kind of a gladius feel to it. A lot of the embellishments have been worn off. It's like it doesn't even have a sharpened edge. It looks like corrosion has actually eaten away at some of the edges of it. So there's like pot marks on the blade itself and along the edges.
Well, it's a little bigger than what I'm used to. You want to give this thing a look over with your magic eyes, Tanny?
Toss it over. Dita, any idea what's in those bags?
Well, it appears to be very, 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 very old foodstuffs, provisions.
That would make sense if originally this perfectite obelisk was used in accordance with their worshippers.
Meanwhile, in the other room, Picturn has advanced towards the immobile, trapped Rehua.
No.
Hey, so you can't move right now while you're doing this sunlight thing, Rehua?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll keep you company. You know, I had a brother who liked and he just, that's what happens. That's what you get while you are sunlight bathing.
No.
How about sunrise
It
then?
could be worse. I could be eating more perfect flakes.
Perfect flake.
We don't
Alright,
need you dying to death. You done?
We come back.
You done?
Can it be like after so much time that Rehua has now just got tired of pig turn and like vines have come out and just like you start eating pig turn?
He's just eating them. Like
That doesn't accomplish anything. That doesn't accomplish anything.
Drinking him like a smoothie.
How many HP do I regain?
None. You just get annoying.
To will a pitcher plant into existence and begin slowly digesting him.
You need to derail off this train of thought immediately and hurry the fuck up.
All right.
Photosynthesize faster. I'm gonna set you on fire.
No, that would defeat the purpose. Don't do that.
Well, then, so like all of you were hearing this, but are in the other room, and you have pulled out this blade, Valli. You've kind of walked over to Tannhauser, who is just making his way to the other door with this blade in hand. You were going to present it to Tannhauser?
Yeah, I just handed it over to him.
Yeah, and as Tannhauser, I assume you take the blade, and as soon as you do, there's like a flash, and you can you know that whilst this item doesn't radiate magic, it is psychometric in that it does have some kind of imprint on it.
Interesting. And that's with my object whispers.
Yeah, so basically, like what that means is this is an object, even though it's not magical itself. As you touch it, you know that this thing would actually give you information if you object whispers it.
I will object whispers it.
Yeah, so you cast the spell, and again these words come into your mind, not spoken but just delivered directly in. A sword of the Western Dawn Centuria. The wearer of this blade, ever dutiful to his optio, escaped the soulless eyes of beneficence, only to die in the darkness of pure perfection.
The soulless eyes of beneficence. And an optio.
Am I familiar with historical use of the title optio?
Yeah, give me a warfare knowledge.
Absolutely.
Warfare.
Let's rock.
Yeah.
17?
It's not quite enough here.
What about you, Baldric? Are you familiar with the title optio?
He kind of reaches under the helmet and scratches his chin as he rolls a 28.
A 28.
Ooh.
The term optio was a military rank used by the legions of the prince when he first came to the Solitude region and Outset to seize it. This was the army that he sort of amassed in Prodoma and the Inheritor lands. You would know enough to know that optios were basically adjutant leaders or in some cases leaders of groups of about 40 or so soldiers.
Commanding officer in the old prince's army. Not particularly relevant nowadays, but they would used to lead platoons of 40 some odd troops.
The old
Something around that,
prince.
Well,
They were the one that-
before he kind of points up.
Yes. And the old prince. He was never...
What? I'm sorry, remind me again. The old prince was never capable of seizing Outset, or he did seize Outset?
He did. So what you know of the prince is that he was one of the mortal, semi-mortal sons of the king, and that after the king and the rest of the first house ascended, the prince who was still a demigod-esque mortal at the time, rallied up this massive army, and everyone assumed he was going to retake the empire of the first house and rebuild Prodoma and unite all the Inheritor lands. Except what happened was he didn't do that, and he said fuck this noise, and he took his big fleet and he came to Outset with this army, and he eventually seized it. He seized it from a being which Dita explained the prior night was a shining beneficite, so some kind of being of beneficence, that fundamental power that ruled over the city. And then after that, more common knowledge for most people is that the prince ruled the city for, like two-ish a century or two, and then ascended to join the first house himself and became like the 9th god in that pantheon.
How intriguing.
And after that, it was like the prince who set up the modern, it wasn't the prince who did it, but after the prince ascended, the sort of modern governance, the concept of the assembly, and that came into play.
Interesting.
So the prince sort of ended the single dictatorial ruler string that had happened prior.
Well, it seems like there's trouble in paradise. We may have a better understanding of the hegemon's motives. This trip is very informative.
It may be useful in a historical sense, but doesn't really give too much detail on this thing specifically, so maybe we should keep moving through, huh?
Certainly not the structure. Let's continue. Where is Rehua?
Look through the door directly at Rehua. Still
at this point, Rehua, you will regain your 24 hit points. The discussion having ended, and that is why that was called the Summer Festival, the bad one.
I see. The shame all those people died. They're all hogs. Didn't think
So
we'd
many.
that
And he takes off his cap and holds it up against his chest. We remember.
You remember? Rip to the real pigs. People who we lost at the festival.
That's right. Oh, it looks like you can move again. We should get back to your friends.
Oh shit, you're right. We need to get going. Rehua will just ungracefully unroot himself. All the little tendrils in the ground and just decay and wither. Just fucking books it.
Oh
Sprint
god, I
away.
didn't know he moved that fast.
Trees and forests move very fast when you're not looking.
Terrifying, thank you.
I like to imagine Rehua A-pose slides everywhere. Just
He just collides with the
bam,
door and gets
there.
through it.
Nice.
Terrific.
It always makes me happy to see you hale and hearty. Now, let's penetrate this cube.
And I'll open the door dramatically.
It opens up to reveal a somewhat cracked room that has, again, a almost inconvenient elevation as you walk in. This, strange sort of curve around. But the wall at the far end of the room is completely shattered and broken open. And you can see it kind of goes up a bit, it's elevated. There's maybe, a 2-foot... 2-foot rise where this wall should be, and instead it's just rubble. There is a door to the north of the chamber as you sort of peer in. But then your light goes into this beyond the cracked wall where you see another large case. That's all you can see with the current light that you have, Tannhauser.
I'll step in.
There isn't as much of the vegetation smell in here, and none of the rotten foodstuffs or anything.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. I see
All right.
something there.
So as you walk up ahead, you can see that your light is illuminating a larger room at the top of this area. You can see another chest. You now see skulls and dropped weapons on the ground and a bunch of pottery. Some pottery, speaker D. You got to watch out for that.
Oh, you got to
pottery.
watch. It's always the pot you don't see that gets you.
It's always the pot.
Potweed, funny.
It's mostly made up from Slaneshi cultists. But that's what you see in the room beyond.
See. Well, clearly it's these pottery that caused the problem. But before that, I'm going to open this door and just check in.
Yep. It opens to a smaller room that has a small curve with another door in it.
Okay.
Oh, I know this shape.
And then a set of stairs that go down. And as you open the door, the second door, sort of like opening, like moving through quickly, when you open this door, you are assailed by this absolutely bitter, acidic smell on your nostrils. It actually causes you to recoil slightly.
Dreadful.
What's you find over
like,
there?
Oh, it sounds like open sump pipe.
Ugh.
It's not
Leans over to
quite
Baldric.
sump
What's a
pipe.
sump
It's more like ass. Like it's like a burn. It's not like a bad smell. It's a burn in your nostrils.
It reminds me of the Guzzle Barons. Goodness.
Ugh.
Let's search the rest of this area. I believe that's the way into the heart of this facility, but there could be something waiting for us in the next room.
I'd imagine so.
Do you need my light? I have my lantern.
I think we're good.
Sure.
I say, glowing scintillatingly.
Come on.
She like walks to like the edge. Dita goes forward, and then like. Yeah.
So it's just curved here.
It's not just curves. Would I have to make some sort of knowledge check to recognize what this is?
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, it wasn't showing the full area because it was only like slightly cut off.
Yeah, so Dita pulls out her lantern, which, as she does, seems to suck in light in a strange way, and like it creates this almost like ghostly blue light that does shine over the entirety of the room. It actually goes for quite some distance, as Picturne like comes over the little rubble beside you, Tannhauser. Dita sort of like walks forward, holding up the lantern, her voice echoing as she steps in. Oh, this is definitely some sort of encampment. It looks like soldiers here. This is very old. The room must have been completely sealed for quite some time. Only some recent water damage here. And she like looks up at like pointing like with her lantern on the ground. And yeah, this entire chamber is full of what looks to be like destroyed, burnt out campfires, boxes, like heavy crates, the destroyed bits of like a carriage of some kind, shattered pottery. Like it looks like there was quite possibly a group of maybe 40 people or so who could have been in here.
Oran would like to triple check each of the campfires with a nature check.
Sure.
Pretty much look at this, see, like, he suspects they all have not been used for a long time, but just a triple check, and he got a 30 on the roll.
It hasn't been used for a long time, but you also would know with that this room has probably been super well preserved. So this could be extremely old, like the 1500 years or so that was mentioned like earlier from Dita. But the fact that no one's been in here, there's no environmental access into this chamber.
So, seeing that Valli had previously picked up a sword and it was safe to do so, even though it was a large weapon, would these swords be of similar make and model?
Yes, they look very similar.
And the value on them was not very high?
No, because most of them are dissolved. You probably could, as you think about it, sell them. And they'd probably have some like value to like interested collectors. But you'd need to collect them. Like it'd probably be like you could give me a crafting check to sort of appraise.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do that.
That'd be cool. I'd appreciate it.
I'll give you a 25.
25?
25 for old sword.
If you were to collect about 10 bulk worth of swords and miscellaneous equipment, you could probably sell it for about 450 gold pieces.
Wouldn't be bad.
Nope.
That being said, we'd have to find a way to split up 10 bulk across all the group, because having one person hold all that would be stupid.
Yep, I'll add it to the party loot, the people's loot, and let you figure out something here.
Hey, so, no, we're not really in the business of looting at all, for the most part, but giving an eye to these materials, I imagine that someone would be very interested to have this stuff. Baldric holds up one of the swords and just kind of like rubs it gently with his coat sleeve.
Most certainly.
Thinking if we could manage to pick up... How much would one sword be? For bulk, just one or two?
Let me see what an average long sword is for bulk, and we'll go from there.
To summarize, do we want to just say, hey, we know where this is and we'll deal with it after we explored everything?
Oh yeah, absolutely could. It's one.
just to
It's
save
one
time.
for a long sword. Yeah.
I'm just gonna get it squared away here, Zoran.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
It'd be one per, basically. Like, you could divide it so it'd be like 45 per bulk if you want to do it that way.
If we can gather up enough materials and just stuff them in the next room when we get out of here, we could probably make a good bit of money off of this.
Yes.
I would be willing to part with some of it as well, for the find here, yeah.
I mean, there's
Like-
doubtless enough material for you to use here.
Oh yeah, she's like looking around.
I see a thing over there at the edge. What is this? That I am pointing at with my pointer.
It's an upturned chest.
Okay.
Metal
I'm going-
lockbox, in fact.
Gonna approach it with the surveying lady, Dita.
Yeah, Dita kind of comes up beside it as well. I see. You notice this too.
I mean, you could
should
join
take
us,
a look.
Tannhauser. In fact, the whole party could join us instead of hanging out by the edge of the...
I realize that as I go forward, I can't see them anymore, so I
Yeah, because the light.
to make sure that at least we have vision on them, so that like a goblin doesn't come up and eat them or something.
Oh no, the cube goblin!
Yeah, single level 1 goblin eliminates all of them. It hurts them.
So Dita does her perception, I'll do mine, I
She's
guess.
looking. I don't see anything. It looks like it should just open.
I'm gonna perception it one more time, just to be sure.
Absolutely.
Mine's a little bit better. About the same, I would imagine.
About the same. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Okay,
Like nothing.
I'm gonna try to open it.
is there a mechanism for it?
Yeah, it looks like it's like a latch that you can just pop.
I take my club and I lift up the latch.
Okay, so as you do so, something immediately occurs. Before you can see what's inside the box, a pair of ectoplasmic hands that are spindly and long reach out from inside and attempt to squeeze you. They come around your throat, Baldric, and I'll need you to give me a fortitude save, please.
Fortitude.
Even Baldric is not immune to Yowie hands.
I'm gonna choke slam you the next time I'm in New York.
I should have done that before. How's 28?
Okay, so that will succeed. So you will only take 17 points of damage.
Oh, good. Dita Neeson took it for me.
Dita takes it for you. No, yeah, you'll only take 17 points of damage, and then you like basically stagger back off of the platform, not quite falling, but these things like they try. It's very clear that they try to grapple onto you. And then the hands just disappear into the air. In fact, Dita sort of waves the lantern and they kind of just like break apart into mist. Though when they crushed around your neck, they were about as tangible. As this happens, you drop
I kick the chest in the
case.
gunt.
But there's something heavy in the chest. And though you somewhat dropped it, it faces towards you and Dita. And you can tell it's like a velvet lined case inside of which is a marble bust, like a face, except the face has been entirely worn off.
So it's a smooth faced bust.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so the hands are gone at that point?
Yeah.
And this thing is open, so the trap is effectively done doing its thing.
Yep.
Bastards.
Very strange.
What the fuck was that?
Well, what do we got in here anyway? Damn it. I'm feeling that for now.
Looking at the bust, what the hell can I tell about it except for the fact that it is a smooth-faced bust with, that's it. Like, it's just from the neck up?
Yeah, as you look at it, you're not able to tell much else. Like at this point, you kind of reach in, like get a heft. It gives you like a sensation as you touch it, but you're not sure what it is. Like someone walking over your grave almost. But it like nothing else that you're able to see about it as you're just attempting to perceive it.
Can I get someone who's good with magic over here for a sec?
Very well.
And I will proceed forward.
He will leave everyone in the darkness as they all remain at the entrance. Goodbye.
I can go a bit more over here with her ominous like blue.
No, leave them
like,
in the dark. It's their fault for not moving.
We are chilling. We are just chilling.
And chilling.
Baldric will pass the smooth bust over to Tannhauser.
Tannhauser, whatever you learn about this, I don't care what it is, don't smash it on the ground, all right?
I don't have a habit of smashing historical artifacts on the ground. Just anti-revolutionary forces.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly the same kind of problem.
I'm going to roll Arcana, if that's appropriate, or would you prefer?
As you look at it, you realize it's not magical, but as you size it up to analyze it, you can tell it also has that same sort of psychometric reaction that the sword had from earlier.
Ah, fascinating.
And I'll hit it with some Object Whispers.
Yeah. Again, these sort of like visions of this object come into your head, and you get this sensation of information. A now faceless bust of the prince. Optio Calasti would stare into its face, when it had a face, in hopes of receiving some remote guidance from her liege. She would never know that the prince never cared and never thought to dispatch scouts to find her missing soldiers.
Well, that's depressing. Someone the prince left behind.
Hey, Oran, can you give me a perception check?
Sure.
Oh no, Oran's seeing things.
Oran got a 20.
Okay.
You know, the fact that such vain people manage to become gods, it's downright abhorrent.
You know what else is abhorrent? That smell from whatever you opened there, Tannhauser. That room is disgusting.
Did you go in there?
I was standing back there, and it's wafting through because you left the doors open. Ugh.
Ugh. Well, I guess we have to go down there next.
I'm gonna hand the bust back to Baldric.
This is a bust of the prince. And unfortunately, some Optio, possibly the same Optio, never received reinforcements or guidance. And when she went missing, or at least her soldiers did, the prince did not care to reinforce them.
Well, faceless bust is still a historical artifact. May as well hold on to it, and leaving it here at least.
Indeed.
You want to give me a crafting check for that, Baldric?
I'm not looking really to sell it. He was thinking of just keeping it, but I can do
okay.
that too.
Okay, like I can.
No, if I can do it. If it's more valuable, I'll sell it.
Item. Oh my god.
I got natural 20 again. Jesus Christ.
Very nice.
Yeah, 33. Will that tell me, Thurston?
It is worth 75 gold pieces if you sell just this bust.
I will hold on to it. How much bulk?
It's 2. It's in the people's loot already.
Good, very good. Then we'll hold on to that for a bit.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Tannhauser, are you kind of leading them back to the to the stairs?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So you all sort of make your way back down towards the stairs. Dita and Picturn sort of hold up the rear. What's the marching order here?
Probably Tanny on front because he's a living flashlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tannhauser.
Probably
I'll be behind Tanny.
Tannhauser, Valli, Baldric, Oran.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of you begin making your way towards these stairs and this like awful smell and making your way down. Oran, you take up sort of the rear guard. And as you do so, you smell something. And as sort of Tannhauser is making his way down the stairs, Valli follows, and then, Rehua and Baldric, you stop Oran, as you recognize this acidic burn smell on the air. And you recognize that the smell that is coming out from downstairs is one thing you've smelled only a few times in your life. But it immediately stirs memories. It's dragon's blood. And it's from a dragon you know. And that's where we're going to end today's session, everybody.
Oh no!
Oh no!
There's Gorg among us.
No!
Shut up.
It's sad times all around.
No!
I hope everyone had an amazing time today. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Thank you, Thurston, for game mastering this session today. Also, thank you, Odoroshi, Hulky, Earndil, Speaker, coming over and play today. I hope everyone enjoys it. If you did like it, head over to narrativedeclaration.com where you can find all of our YouTube videos, where the podcast is, where you can also support us on Patreon, get awesome PDFs. We have 3 big free PDFs for you to play in, so you can play in the same world that we do, and a whole bunch more. So thank you all so much. We'll see you all next time. So long. Farewell.
Bye, everyone.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you for coming to the
Yay,
bar.
Burn.
The Doxit.